What it do, what it do, what it do, Monday Night Outlaw Radio. I am Kevin Barnes. I'm the host of Outlaw Radio. The People's Network presents Outlaw Radio live from the basement. Post Thanksgiving, pre-Christmas. Welcome to the show. We were not on for the holidays. I like to take the holidays off, despite some people like Dion in the chat room saying I shouldn't. Right? I like to take the holidays off. What holidays? What pagan holidays? Yeah, right. American Hallmark card holidays. Yep. Whatever opportunity we have to gather as a family and just, take some time to love each other, and talk to each other. Erica Hunt in the chat room early. I see you. She said, what it do? Dion in the chat room. He said, come on now, kid. Dion's on top of the clock. I'm like, okay, Dion, you're a little bit ahead of me. But it's Outlaw Radio, man. It is foundational Black America's finest finest podcast, if you will. Only for foundational Black Americans, right? Black men, Black women, sisters and brothers. Not you over enlightened, over stimulized, over read, overly informed, over social media people. We got a lot of scholars out there who know everything but don't know shit. I see you, Ewok, in the chat room. I see you. I see you early. He said walks in here. Sean Mo, man, you good? You good? You look unstable. What's happening? You good?
What up? What up? What up? What's happening?
I don't know, man. I don't know. You tell me. What you on location somewhere? What's going on? You look kind of rough.
Yeah,
The picture does at least.
yeah, man. I'm incognito, uh, on my outlaw shit.
I don't really know what that means, so you got me a little nervous. But welcome to the show.
All right, thank you for having me.
Erica Hunt. I see. She said we on time today. This is gonna be a show. Listen, it's always a show, man. Go back, right? It's absolutely silly for you not to go back and watch the shows. If you listen once in a while, you say I ain't watched it in a while. Don't just watch the latest show. Go back and watch, archive shows. They're on the Outlaw Radio page. My personal page, Kevin Barnes. We have a Facebook page. I mean, a YouTube page. Call it People's with a Z Network. It's like 300 shows on there, all the way back like 8 years. So go check it out. Which doctor in the building? How you doing, my brother? What's going on with you?
Hey, I'm all right. How y'all doing? Welcome to Outlaw Radio, where we talk that talk and we definitely walk that walk, raising vibrations and elevating thought. Y'all better come on in. I'm trying to tell you, I am the Black woman lover, the Black man's brother, the culture, teacher, hood healer, the ghetto witch doctor. Hey, mama, they're going to see Mouse Man.
I got an intro like that. I need one of them intros.
You got to be here a while. You got to earn your outlaw stripes, man. You got to work your way up to that, Sean. You don't just come in with that.
That was like a superhero entrance.
Support Black business if you out there. Holler at my man at House of Vitality, man, in the Sherman Phoenix all day, every day.
Man.
My man.
You heard him say the ghetto witch doctor, right? He's one of the super friends. Bonzarelli, what it do, man? How you doing tonight, man?
Peace. Happy to be here trying to get these headphones to work, man. These must be these ain't the ones that came with the phone. I bought my lady some off of Amazon, and I think I accidentally grabbed hers, and these mugs so janky.
Yeah, it sounds like you on a walkie-talkie right now. So
do it, because that's how y'all sound. Let me smash this.
Reconfigurate yourself. Get presentable for Outlaw Radio. You talk shit tonight. I gotta have you on point. Man, chat room on point. Listen, there's a number 262-202-5131. I'm gonna slow that down. 262-202-5131. That's the number you can call. If you want to, make some, contribute to the conversation, spit your perspective. All we ask is that you respect the platform. We'll tell you how to do that. It's a chat room too. So if you don't want your voice to be heard, but you want to still talk shit, you can be in the chat room, right? It is what it is. Paris LaShawn, he said, peace, man, all the way from Denver. He said he missed us last week. Erica says Sean always got to sign in and out like 3 or 4 times to get a good connection.
So that means you already on some bullshit.
Right. She at you early.
I've been at you in about a month. Don't start no shit, Erica, because I'm ready.
At you
I've been
early.
having car problems all fucking day. Don't do me, Erica.
Oh shit, he's in a bad mood, right? Dion said, "Welcome to all. We in this motherfucker, man. It's Monday night, man. It's Monday night, and believe it or not, even on the night when it's the news cycle is kind of dry, but it's not. I would say it's moist, right? Just because the news is not like pivotal, and you know, a lot of it's disposable news, but there is a message within everything, right? And I assume that that's what you tune in to Outlaw Radio to hear. So y'all come on in, share the show, share the show, share the show, share the show. Motherfuckers be acting like they don't know about this shit. Share the show. Share the show, right? I'm just like, man, I see all kinds of shit going on in my city. And I feel like Outlaw Radio gets a little disrespected, but it's okay. I'm cool with being the redheaded stepchild. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. I'll be the King Harris of this family. I stand on business.
Yeah.
Outlaw Radio tonight, man. Turn y'all shit talking meters up, man. Let's talk some shit
I'm
so we
ready.
can feel good about it. So yeah, man, you know, I got to talk about the holidays. We went off last week. Go check out them shows. They were dope, as all the shows are. Go check them out, man. You know, the holidays is a real controversial time for people, like black people especially, because you know we argue about whether or not a motherfucker should be even celebrating the holidays. I see people talking about these are pagan holidays, and why the fuck was you celebrating the Pilgrims slaughtering the Indians, and you know, like all this kind of shit. Like I'm just not into arguing with you motherfuckers about what I want to do, right? And you shouldn't be arguing nobody else about what you want to do either. Whatever the fuck you want to do, just do it. If you run into somebody say, I don't like that, move around. Go around some people who like what you're doing, man. Don't waste time arguing about the shit. But I had a great holiday weekend, man. It was the food. First of all, I got to say, I said I was going to eat low vibrational food, right? I didn't get as low as I wanted to go, but I got down pretty low, right? You know, I got me some good barbecue pork, you know, and the dressing A1, but my wife is, you know, turkey. Ironically, I did turkey legs too on the grill, which turned out they were jerked. Turned out to be delicious. I had a great holiday, man. I was chilling. I watched TV and ate.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man,
That's
it was
what's up,
cool.
man.
I
That's what's up,
got to start with the witch doctor. How was your Thanksgiving, man?
Well, you know, I ain't do much, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and the family hung out here at the crib. I actually had a chance to relax. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed that. Some well-needed rest. We had some good food. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't for no celebration. It's always good food around here.
That's true.
Yeah, but you know, it was just dope, man. You know what I mean? I got this Saturday, I got to hang out at the store all day long. And
Okay.
see, and I'm gonna tell you, man, it's always a pleasure when I get to hang out there like that because I get to see so many more people. You know what I mean? Usually I'll be in there in the morning and I'm out, or on Saturdays I come in early. I mean, I go to the winter farmers market, then I go to the store for a little while. And then I hit it, but you know what I mean? I got a chance to hang out the whole day Saturday. It was dope.
Man, it's good to be able to relax, right? Whatever the reason is, shit, you off, we off. Fonzarelli, how was your Thanksgiving, man?
It was pretty dope. Do I sound better?
Not really. You still sound like you got a Fisher Price headset on. Like, remember them walkie-talkies we used to have with the S with the.
It's them damn headphones here. I'm gonna leave out and come back in and see if that do it.
Absolutely, but you might have to take them. I don't
You gotta take them back.
take them out.
You gotta take
no
them
go
back,
for
bro.
that. That's a dandada, right?
Done to the da.
How was your Thanksgiving, Sean?
This Thanksgiving was, you know,
Okay.
shit.
Sounds exciting.
You know, no, you know, shit. All my kids gone, and you know, out the house and stuff, man. And you know, I got one left, and yeah, man. I didn't cook this year. I normally cook every year. You know what I mean? I didn't cook this year, man. You know, I woke up and got to work that day like a regular day, man.
Okay.
But you know, this leads me right into my update. That's a perfect segue. Look how we did this shit.
Right. Well, we ain't doing segues yet, but okay.
Okay.
We ain't doing. I was asking about your holiday. I don't.
Well, my holiday. Well, see,
You created your own segue. You tried to.
Right.
Tried to.
Right. No, because I didn't update us last week, right? And somebody just asked me about it from the show. I know that the elder we were trying to help, they had a wonderful holiday in their home, free of anxiety and stress because the person who shot up her house and was threatening to kill him is off the streets. So,
okay,
man, days like that, moments like that, it make everything all right. So,
well, happy Thanksgiving, Fonzarelli. Let's test your sound.
How I sound now?
Sound a little bit better. I don't know what you got going
on.
Now
you sound like a 911 dispatcher.
You sound like you finna make an album with number of flutes on.
Hey, they said his album outside.
I know. Erica Hunt, she said she came to talk her shit tonight. All right, welcome to the show.
Erica, don't start that bullshit, man.
Ewok, I think you mean Sean. Does Sean tell lesbians he's a lesbian trapped in a male's body? That shit might work.
You know what? I'm no longer lesbian. If I decide to go back to being lesbian, I might just try that.
Right. I mean, I can see how you could go in between both. I see it working for you.
That's a hermaphrodite, bro. I don't think so.
Okay. Well, I mean, you'll figure it out. Ewok says Kamar had tofu turkey. I don't think Kamar had tofu turkey. Kamar, you eating tofu turkey?
Nah.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
That's real turkey play.
Nah, man, it wasn't really no Thanksgiving dinner. You know what I mean? That's why I say it's just always good food around these parts.
Yeah, right, man. Right. We always got something to eat around here, but I really wanted to get.
Although I did order my bag. I did order some sweets. Get some sweets. You know what I mean? Some good vegan treats.
There you go.
I had some got with cupcake and ordered a pumpkin pie cheesecake. That was fire.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
Sorry, bro. But that's
then we had some. Say what?
I can't see it. Pumpkin pie cheesecake.
Man. It was a layer.
Really eat pumpkins.
I'm finna tell you, it was a layer of pumpkin pie underneath the cheesecake.
There's a layer of pumpkin pie underneath the cheesecake.
That don't sound. It was fire. I still got some. Hey, I still got some.
Hold on. That sounds like some of the whitest shit I ever heard.
Man, this shit fire.
Right. But he said it sounds white.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, Cupcake cold, y'all. Like you think of some stuff and she come up with it. You know what I mean? She can figure it out. If I wanted a cherry pie cheesecake, you know what I mean? She'll figure it out.
I understand that. That's cool. But that pumpkin pie cheesecake sounds.
You don't like pumpkin pie? Hey, you don't like pumpkin pie?
No. I've never had pumpkin pie.
That's why it sounds like that to you.
I've never had pumpkin pie. Okay.
No.
Tiarsha Arthur, she said, "Good evening. How you doing, Tiarsha? How y'all doing? How's everybody doing? I hope y'all had a good weekend." Erica Hunt said, "Team iPhone." I'm an old man. I got an Android. I keeps it funky with my Android. Paris said he always shares the show. Look, I appreciate that too. A lot of people share the show, man. And shout out to y'all because a lot of people who listen, I'm just sometimes I'm scrolling and I say, oh shit, somebody, and it's love. It's love. We appreciate that. We appreciate that, man. He said, my bad. No, right. I knew Ewok. I got you. Tiasha said they don't work well with flip phones. Tell them where you got yours from. Yeah. Well, Tiasha's coming for bodies, right? She's coming in ready to get it in and assault my phone connection.
Coming in hot.
It's a urban legend that I use a flip phone to do the show at this point. Like that's like a myth, right? Like, does he really use a flip phone? I think people really might believe that. I got it from 7 Mile Fair. I got mine from 7 Mile Fair. That's a special one. She said, Erica Hunt said, I'm on your ass, Sean. You better watch out, Sean.
Do shit.
She's on your ass.
You ain't gonna do shit.
Sean is real choppy. He said something is wrong with his connection. There's
Erica.
no telling where Sean even is right now. Like we don't. This might be. That's why I don't even question it because he looked like wherever he at, it ain't no heat. So I'm like, I'm not gonna even ask. Like,
Bro, I just got my coat on, you asshole.
some underground lair somewhere and shit. Like this. We got people hid down here, so they won't get shot. Their house shot up by killers. Oh, that was a bad joke. My fault.
Yeah, that wasn't cool, bro.
That was horrible. I'm horrible.
Very,
I accept it.
very.
Lady Coop, come on. You remember when Lady Coop was on the show? Tasha Coop. She said Outlaw. She was on here with us years ago.
Outlaw.
Yes, sir. Once an outlaw, always outlaw. Said Rail sound much better now. Yeah, he took that headset that he got with a pack of cool menthols.
They came so I should have knew.
Right. She said big back activity all Thanksgiving long. Wasn't even tripping on it either. Just shoveling, man. And then it's crazy. My wife does like the next day, 2 days later, she takes the macaroni and puts panko breadcrumbs on it and deep fries it and does dressing and like it's like turkey salad is made out of us. It goes to another level of eatery. So yeah, I had a good time, man. The cholesterol was high. I didn't really get hardcore with the pork though. I did a pork tenderloin and I did some rib tips. And pork tenderloin is a real clean pork. People say pork is pork. But it's it ain't fatty at all. It's very lean. And
Let's say that. It ain't fatty.
Nah, not at all. There's no fat on the pork tenderloin. Real talk. If you
tried to clean it up.
I clean what up? I opened up by saying
it's a real
I opened up by saying I ate low vibrational food. Everybody in Milwaukee so goddamn enlightened. Ever since Andre 3000 came out with this fucking flute album, everybody in Milwaukee is glowing in the dark and fucking levitating.
Yeah, Andre woke everybody up.
Right. He got this Pied Piper. Got motherfuckers on their way to Lake Michigan. Yeah, man.
No.
Everybody on Facebook for Milwaukee is so goddamn centered on their chi right now and focus on their fucking chakras. I'm the only motherfucker who still eat hoghead cheese. What the fuck is going on?
I miss that shit.
Real said, no, you're not.
I'm missing, man. I ain't had it in like about 5-6 years.
Well, you better get with Glorious Malone. Black owned, beautiful factory. Does big business here in the city. Black owned.
I've been looking for chitlins, pig feet.
Well, I ain't going that low. My vibrations don't vibrate that low. I'm not gonna do the feet.
And I'm still gonna vibrate.
Okay.
Oh man,
it's gonna be real slow. You start eating pig feet and shit. That's too low vibrational for even me, right?
Oh no, man. See, listen, man. My grandmama lived to be 80-something, damn near 90. You know what I mean? And she didn't eat no
different back then.
Yeah, well, and it was cooked different. You know
it was clean, like pork tenderloin.
They cooked their food. This motherfucker here.
It was clean pork. Very lean. Yeah. Outlaw Radio, man. Y'all welcome with y'all righteous asses. I love y'all Black Milwaukee, but y'all some righteous motherfuckers right now. Everybody in this city is smelling incense and burning goddamn sage in their house. Shit's a little disheartening for me. Erica Hunt said that sound fire, but my greedy self had a slice of cheesecake and pumpkin pie on the same plate. Damn.
There she go with that white shit.
So no, she slowed her vibrations down. 2 slices of pie on the same. I don't even eat pie. I don't eat no kind of pie.
It's the pumpkin pie for me, man. Pumpkin pie.
Well, pumpkin pie with whipped cream can be good.
But it sounds really pilgrimish.
No, it sounds like pumpkin pie. Fuck a pilgrim. Who said they had
pumpkin nigga pie?
Right.
Yeah, man. What a nigga pie.
Right. That's what it is. Like a sweet potato pie. That's a nigga pie.
No, it's not a sweet potato pie.
But it's the same thing. I don't like yams. I don't like sweet potato pie. I don't like it.
Talking about you.
Well, I'm saying everybody has their own kind of thing. Kamar likes it. You don't. So why are you still kicking up dust about it? Right, like I don't know. I don't know why you start these battles that you just.
Shit, I fuck with bean pie. They taste like
me too.
Tastes like sweet
Anybody
potato
tastes like
pie.
sweet potato pie.
Yeah.
Yes, it do.
Marcel Williams in the chat room. How you doing, my brother? He said I would eat pumpkin cheesecake. Didn't sound that bad to me. I didn't, Sean was the one like, I would eat that. Tiarsha said she
I
baked
didn't
2
say
sweet potato pies.
nothing.
It was on your face.
Tiarsha
She said I baked 2 sweet potato pies and a yellow cake with chocolate cake. Damn, see, I wasn't the only one on
That's
low
what I'm
vibe.
talking about. Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on. But you ain't invite nobody to shit.
You wasn't celebrating. It was you was out working, so you didn't have time to come through and get no cake.
Oh, I could have slid through and got some cake, bro. And
Did nobody want to interrupt your day?
I slid by Kamara's and got some pudding.
Hey, okay.
Pause. He looked out for it, brother.
There you go. That's what you call a good man, right there.
I couldn't get a wing from you.
Tiarsha
over here to my, she got 4, 5, 7, 8 cakes and pies.
I didn't do wings. We didn't do wings. That's why I didn't call you. We didn't do wings.
Okay.
Jesse Perry said the Sherman Park grocery store looks great. He keeps saying Sherman Hill. I seen Kamar live a week or two. Kamar's live from everywhere.
Thank you.
Kamar's from planet Milwaukee. Earth is his turf, right? Like,
hey, I am Milwaukee.
Right. Erica Hunt said, why it look like he holding his head though? Who's holding their head? I don't know who's holding their head. Hey, what up, cuz? Ashcott Jones, he said pork, the other white meat. And it got to be clean pork. Not nothing fatty. Clean, good clean pork.
he got to bleach
make his own gravy if you cook it right. Jesse Perry said, Sherman Park. He said Sherman Oaks.
He said Sherman Oaks.
It's Sherman Park, Jesse. It's Sherman Park.
Yeah,
he's in Denver.
Out of California?
He's in Denver. He's in Denver.
Okay.
Said that stuff be good, but I always get sick off that pig. I didn't get. We don't eat pork that much, so I
eating
didn't
the wrong kind of pig. Ain't nobody. She eating
too much.
Shit.
I think so.
No, she eating boring shit.
Man, let me tell you what Sean did.
Oh
Sean,
shit, where she come from?
Extra nowadays, I see. It's all right though.
Hey, Courtney, how you doing, baby girl? Don't start no shit.
Doing?
Wow.
Don't start no shit. You can get it too.
Okay, so look, now remember we had that last show and dude hopped on here just talking crazy about Kamara and Sean. So look, Sean inboxed me as we know Thanksgiving. He asking everybody for some food. You know what I'm saying? He making rounds.
I asked about the coon.
So he inboxed me for the coon. I'm like, my brother, he ain't bringing the coon. He like, man, his fat ass wasn't sharing anyway. Sean don't know my brother. He don't know.
I was talking about KB. I was talking about KB. Fat ass wasn't sharing though. I wasn't talking about your brother.
Wait, hold on.
I was talking about my brother.
No, I was talking about KB.
Time out.
It took
Time out. Hold on. First of all, I had nothing to do with your desire to eat coon meat. So while you inboxing people looking for hold on. Don't get muted. Don't get muted. Don't get muted. Bro. I don't know why you would throw anything about my ass in an inbox to Courtney when you trying to scavenge some coon. See, this is why you didn't get no invite to get no food. My fat ass was eating it all. That's right.
Courtney, you out of order, man. What the fuck is that about?
No, why are you?
Hold on. Can I talk to Courtney? Right, I listen to you.
No, you can't. You can't talk to nobody. You on your way to mute city. Your ass gonna be running your life, man. People gonna be like, Sean, we can't hear you. I'm be like, I don't know what's wrong with this damn computer. Ain't that a bitch though? Like he does a backflip in her inbox and then try to bring me into it.
It wasn't a backflip. I walked into that motherfucker.
Right.
You
Right. Come on, man. Stop. Listen. Let me get my chat room. This shit is beneath me.
Kev, why you ain't hit none of us up? You said you was gonna hit us up when the food was done. I want everybody, all the outlaws, to see.
So now you at me. Okay.
Yeah, at you as well. You said I'm gonna hit y'all up when the food done, and then I inbox you like, Kev, don't forget, hit us up when the food done.
Right.
You
see, we're very,
but Sean
very poor and very, we have to conserve our resources. So we didn't really have enough food to share. We only had a sprinkle of this.
That was some bullshit.
And a sprinkle of that, like, a spoonful of dressing.
A sprinkle of that.
Yeah, I had to let the kids eat before I even ate just to make sure that they would, have sustenance. So we're very meager over here. So that's why I really don't.
Lie like a rug.
Don't he know? Oh my God. Who knew Kev just be lying like this? Sheesh.
Courtney, we ain't friends again. We ain't cool right now.
I don't know how this shit turned
We
on
just
me.
became friends due to
I still don't understand how this turned on me from Sean doing the dummy in your inbox. Like, how did this shit?
What was the dummy?
You in there talking about something? You mad because you couldn't get no coon? You gonna throw a temper tantrum like King Harris?
I didn't throw no
talking about
temper
you standing
tantrum.
on business and all this bullshit.
No,
in the
brother, that
inbox
wasn't
and
it.
all this shit.
No.
Like, come on, man, stop it, man.
I can't believe you allowing Courtney to. Boy, I tell you, man.
Tiasha said she with me. She said she eat hog head cheese and crackers, and she said and she had turkey and ham for Thanksgiving. Like the sister said, big back activity. I was down for the play, man.
Y'all need one of these colon cleansers.
Man, we do. Absolutely. I thought that's what I was drinking the soda for, to keep everything, no.
You're not reading my comments. You skipping over my comments. You're not reading those.
You hear? I feel like you said enough because you kind of came at me about the food.
Don't do me like that.
I feel like once you come at the host, then your output needs to be limited.
My comment says, Sean, have you ever had pumpkin pie?
No.
So you ain't even had it, but you talking crazy about it.
Well, this is what
I
Eric
ain't had a lot.
saying.
I ain't had a lot of kind of pies.
She said it's the I don't like something I have never tried for me, Sean.
Oh my God, this ain't. Let's ride shine down the street. We're not fucking doing this.
You was all in when it was me. You was over there cheerleading, whooping and shit. Cream filling, shooting all in your mouth. Yeah. Pause. Zaire says bean pie is the best. He said 1 pie equals 1 slice for him. There you go. Bean pies. Marcel said all is well with me. Thank you for checking on me, brother. Okay, man, it's good to have you here, man. Jasmine Tyler, how you doing, my sister? Been a while. She said, Kev, peace family. How you doing, sis? We got to get you on. Update us on what you got popping, because I know you got some. I seen you with, like, you bringing a comedy show. Come on, let's talk about it. Let the people know. Jesse said, how much will it cost to turn this pie into nigga pie? Right, nigga pie. She said, "Oh, you could have asked her for a plate. It was a vibe at her house, Sean. See, Erica was gonna, she was gonna.
I might have messed
up. I ain't trusting Erica.
Oh wow,
Erica was trying to fight a motherfucker.
He finally got it. Jesse, Sherman Park. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. And then she still said Parks, but it's all good. It's all love, man. We appreciate your support. Erica Hunt says, Sean, a tippy toe ass ninja. Damn.
And I'll tippy toe all on your motherfucking ass.
Damn. Calm down, P. Diddy. Calm down.
Right.
No, P. Diddy, motherfucker.
Said you better chill before she get at you like like Trey D.
Who is Trey D? Y'all know I don't know who that is.
I don't. That's Sayer. I should have said that's Sayer. He got to explain that. I don't know.
You know.
Paris says, "Welcome, Juice Lady."
Hey, Paris.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure he'll explain it.
Right.
Said Courtney in attack mode like Malika Andrews on us. Right. She going in right on ESPN. She had niggas throats. Sherman Park. You right. Well, we got you. Paris done took the last 10 minutes trying to get this shit straight. You straight. We get it, man. We get it. Said Tiasha said, I don't eat pumpkin pie or pumpkin nothing. Jazzy said, what up, Sean? You pissed me off months ago, but family is family. It's all love. But you know I'm coming to see you, motherfucker. She put a smiley emoji after. I'd still hide if I was you. I don't know.
Before I get at him like Tracy Dent. Oh my gosh. That's who Tracy.
Oh shit. Yeah. Courtney. Yeah. I'm glad I tried to edit that out. I couldn't edit it out.
What happened?
When Courtney was snapping on Trey Dent when he was gonna come on the show, and she was like, "Yeah, this motherfucker be on the inbox." I was like, "Whoa, shit, Courtney, hold on."
This isn't that kind of show, Courtney.
Right? No, we don't do that to other black men on this show. We don't do that. They don't do that to black men. Okay. So we have a Sherman Street out here, by the way, is where the state capitol is located, out in Denver. We got you, Sire, Tracy Dent. Look, 262-202-5131. And all that good shit, you can call in, get with us. Outlaw Radio, live from the basement, except no substitutes, right? I have to say that. And people, if you know, you know. Where did Sean go? There's no telling. Say, ain't no telling like Jack told Helen. I see you, Serena Lynette. Listen, I wanted to start off. I have to vent. We're on Mondays and Wednesdays. We got past the holidays. Courtney, how was your holiday? You was late. So How was your holiday?
Okay, I feel like you're ready to rush me, and I got a story to tell.
Well, I mean, okay. Well,
Okay, I
let's hear
see the
your
way
story.
your hands moving like you're ready to rush. Okay, let me tell
I
my
was trying to bring you in because we've already discussed how our holidays went. So I was really just more of saying it's like that's how I say come on in.
You see the
So,
perspective of things. Perspective is a motherfucker. You was welcoming me, and I felt like you was rushing me. That's the thing.
all right. Well, that's how women are nowadays. Okay, no, what's your story?
So I went to my mama's house, and I helped her with some pecan pie. And then my brother came the next day with his wife, and then he was teaching us about some poker. We was drinking a little Hennessy here and there. But then I became the ambassador for the macaroni and cheese, right? So I'm shredding my cheeses, I'm getting my sour creams, my butters, my heavy creams, all of that. I got it all. So boom, I make the mac and cheese. At the end, I realized I didn't have heavy cream. It was really half and half. Ah! So I threw some carnation milk in there. We boom, 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 made it creamy, brought it back to life, right? So everybody eating the macaroni. Ooh, this is good, Courtney. My mama, she ain't got no macaroni on her plate. She like, is it? I'm like, damn, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I leave. I go home. I come back the next day. All the food put up except the macaroni. I'm like, damn, you left my macaroni out? You didn't even put the macaroni up? She was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I see what niggas is on. So she called me the next day, Saturday. When was Thanksgiving? Thursday. So we got Friday, then we got Saturday. She called me Saturday, like, Courtney, I tried that macaroni and it was delicious. Oh, you gonna try it after you done left it out for 2 motherfucking days, huh? And now you find out it's delicious. So that was my story. Niggas was hating on me. You know what I'm saying? Mom.
Okay. Congratulations to you and your macaroni and cheese.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful story.
Thank you.
It's always good to hear about a woman cooking. Like it's always a good thing when she's in the kitchen. That's a joke. That's a joke. No. I got an issue. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I watch social media. I keep seeing a lot of black male bashing. I keep seeing a lot of sisters bashing black men. And I feel like it's unprovoked attacks in some instances, but there's just endless, and maybe it's just the people who I'm friends with, right? Because I understand some people say, well, Kev, you are friends with the wrong people. But it seems to kind of be an attitude now that black men are just so broken, that we're just so fractured, and that we are just like undateable, unmarriageable, unmanageable, and like, because I'm seeing black women saying, black men, you need therapy. And that's why y'all single and by yourselves, because y'all won't go to therapy and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, okay, let's take a look at this, because I don't feel like either one of us, black men nor black women, are in a position to really criticize the other. I think everything is 50-50. I think there's some of us that are dysfunctional, and there are some of you all that are dysfunctional. And I think there's some good black men, and I think there's some good black women. Now, do they ever meet? I don't know. I don't have a place where I can say, go here and you'll be straight. But I just think people put their own issues off on other people. It's like projection. Like I see a lot of, and I'm gonna have to say it. I see a lot of damaged women bashing black men because they have issues, be it self-esteem issues, be it insecurity issues, maybe it's self-image, maybe it's bad experiences, the trauma that's inflicted from negative experiences, but they just become this kind of monstrosity, and all of a sudden everything is black man, you need this, and and you need that, and you need this, and you need that, and it's like, whoa. Just because that shit worked for you, right? Like, some people are actually living out here that can deal with whatever's happened to them, whatever traumas, whatever we've gone through. Some of us have come to terms with it, we've adjusted, and we're moving forward. Not all of us are broken fucking vessels that can't. And okay, go ahead, Kamar, because I'm ranting. Go ahead.
I think we all fucked up to a certain degree in our own rights. You know what I'm saying? And I also think it's a little narcissistic to say that the other gender need help and not ours.
Okay, I like that. I like to blame it all on that side.
Exactly. That's a little narcissistic.
Yeah, it's a lot narcissistic. Thank you. I missed
And
that one.
once again, though, I think it's that thing with, making that shit be for everybody. Because, like, on my timeline, I don't see them videos. I don't see a whole bunch of man bashing. But at the same time, just like you was talking about that list that a couple women made, it's these, whoever the fuck these women are, saying that men need therapy. Because I know my baby daddy be sitting around watching a whole bunch of videos of men bashing women, and women need to be feminine. Women need this, need that. So it's just, man, this shit on both sides. And it's depending on feeding into what, and then sharing that shit and pushing it on everybody, and it's just creating more separation. Like,
Right. Okay. So
and I think a lot of the time it also show a lot of your fucked upness. You know what I'm saying? Because these are the type of people you allow in your life. These are the environments that you around to even see this type of shit. If you ain't dealing with these niggas, you seeing it. So you still in them environments.
Yeah.
But okay. And first of all, let me say, if someone has some issues that they can't manage, I do endorse them getting therapy. I'm not saying that there are not some black men who need therapy, but I want to know who appointed you, right? If you out here by yourself and you dealing with your own issue, who told you to be with you recruiting? I don't understand. Like it's like it's just, and that's just one example, y'all. The list, I didn't take the list real seriously because I already know some motherfuckers just happy to get anything to eat. So all that shit was bullshit. But when I start hearing us or seeing us, and then it always morphs into the conversation of other sisters in the comments saying, I'm dating outside the race now. Fuck it. Black men, I'm dating outside the race. And it's like, damn, it's always the same. And I just be like, damn, why are people more focused on every? Listen, if you've been in a bunch of dysfunctional situations a long time, you know what the common denominator is, right? It's you.
Right.
Like, you are the magnet. You are the lightning rod for dysfunction. It's you. So, like, you can't just keep blaming everybody else. At what point do you take stock and say, you know what? Some of this shit, my fault. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little wired. I'm wired a little bit different. Let me catch my chat room a little bit because when it gets behind, people get on my neck. Hey, Kev, I've been said that shit. Tiarsha said, "Real, did you do a Thanksgiving meditation? Did you throw the Andre on and meditate for Thanksgiving, Real?"
No, I actually stopped by the family's house, took them their apple cinnamon wine that I saved and set aside for them. And then got to the crib, had some wine, smoked real good, and called it a day. Come on, you got to come get your bottle, man, for your lady beat me up.
What's tomorrow, man? What's tomorrow? I'll come after I get out the store tomorrow. Well, no, you're going to be at work. Let me know when you get done with work.
I'm usually done at work at 4:30, and then I work from home.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me get my
this apple cinnamon. What is it?
I made an apple cinnamon one for Thanksgiving, but I'm doing it again for Christmas because everybody liked it so much, and I'm also doing a cranberry ginger for Christmas.
Okay, we're gonna call you when it's ready.
Right. That's what you do. Right. That's how you tell a motherfucker, I'll call you. I'll call you. Right. Like Toxic Kevin, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm toxic. Listen, because I don't feel like I'm toxic because I look at somebody who's super judgmental and super high, like their opinion of themselves is very high, and that's fine. That's fine. If you feel like you're elevated and you've just evolved to this like supreme being and you are the authority of all things human, right? And so you get to the point where you can tell who the fuck, motherfucker, you need therapy. You need therapy. You need therapy. I'm like, okay. It's just that for me, I wouldn't deal with a person like that. If I was a single man, the last thing I would want is to meet up with a woman who wants to break me down psychologically on a date. Like she wants to give me a fucking psych evaluation on the date. Like I don't need that. Like we human. Can we just be human? I don't know why everybody has to be existential nowadays. I guess it's the latest trend. Yeah. Zaire said Mac left out for that many days spoiled. Oh, maybe that's why I was good.
That's all I'm saying.
Blue cheese.
And fungus. Mushroom high.
I want her to call me. Somebody else.
Like, oh shit, Courtney, I'm in the ER. That damn mac and cheese.
Right, trying to Sean.
Marcel said, I understand what you're saying, brother Kevin. Look, I'm all about us being us, man. I just like to see black people just work together. Like, we know our community is fractured. By us continuing to divide ourselves makes it more fractured, right? Like, it's if black men and black women are constantly going at each other, when does it stop? Like, at what point do we say, okay, let's build, let's figure it out? Like, I just think it's just very asinine for you to blame everybody else for everything that goes wrong. It's always somebody else's fault, never you. And you are an authority on how to tell other people to get their shit together. But when I'm really looking at you, you don't look like you got all your shit together either. So this is the blind leading the blind. I don't like it. Let me see. I got a caller. First caller of the night. Turn your device down, caller.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
What's going on? Yeah, I see. What's going on, Erica? How you doing tonight?
Nothing much. I see Sean hop back on the screen. What's up, fat head ass nigga?
Damn. Okay.
Yes.
Pistol
What's
play.
going on, Sean?
Sean, you was muted, Sean. Go ahead.
Yeah, you motherfucking right. I'm back on here because I knew your square ass was gonna come on here talking shit.
You just mad because you didn't get full on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you just mad because you
got a plate.
Because your union.
You know,
what?
I cook for real.
Nah, I don't eat union food.
Cook.
I don't eat union food. Union food. Fake ass union food. Yeah.
That's okay. Make sure when you go to work, you don't get
no fake ass union food.
Make sure when you go to work, you don't also take advantage of them union benefits like holidays, double time that you got paid for being at work that day.
I ain't working on no holidays.
Don't use that PTO time. I think that's really why you mad at the union, because you be getting paid under the table and don't get no
I didn't
benefits.
even know Sean had a job. I thought he was like Tommy on Martin. Sean got a job?
Right.
Sean had a job.
Something new every day. I'm talking about. I mean, I guess you can't say it on here, huh?
Hey, Courtney.
Sean ain't got no benefits.
Hey, Courtney. Oh, I got benefits, fucker.
He got benefits.
Hey, Courtney, you really fucking up. You know that, right?
What'd you say?
You really
mad at
fucking
you
up
for
right
laughing.
He deflected.
Football in the baseball game and shit. Then you got Erica over here. She don't know what the fuck she talking about.
I do know what I'm talking about, Tommy.
Steady pushing that fake ass union.
Oh wow!
It ain't fake when I got my people a pay raise coming January 1st of 85 cents. No more performance-based raises. No more 10-cent raises for the security guard officers I represent. They get a whole 85 cents on the first. On the first, it's better than 10 cents.
Y'all check this
every
out.
4 years. But anyway,
let me catch my chat room. Give me a second. Tiasha said you need another set of friends. My Facebook friends don't talk about that garbage. Well, here's the deal. I have like 5,000 people that follow my Facebook page, right? I'd be lying if I told you I knew all of them. It's literally Facebook people who I don't know all these people.
Every time you see the BS, you delete that person. As soon as you scroll and see one of them posts, you delete that person.
Okay. I can
make room for new.
Yeah,
I feel you on that. I do have the. I always felt like blocking somebody or something like that on Facebook is always childish to me. Like I feel like how I look blocking like somebody, like especially if it's like a dude, I blocked you. Like to me, that's always been a little feminine. That's always been a little moist to me.
I block motherfuckers all the time. If I'm just scrolling and I see a stupid ass post, like one of them man hating posts, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I block the shit out there.
Okay. Oh, Sair bringing the heat in the chat room. He said we need therapists because of them. He said we need therapists because of the females. They're driving us crazy, right? Like, oh shit.
Man, you got two examples right here.
Wow.
Y'all love me, man.
See, I was gonna be quiet.
I didn't know you were still on this motherfucker.
I'm still there.
Wow.
I know how to be quiet when they ask me to. I'm still a fucking lady.
Okay.
Okay, thank
Sean
you for
don't
being
live
a
by
lady.
nobody's rules. Sean does his own thing. Serena said we got to stop pointing fingers and own up to our own shit. She said have some accountability. That's it. My big homie Joey Phillips, man, what it do, big bro? He said peace and love, Outlaw Radio. Black men are kings and we have nothing to prove. We are great. The real black queens understand. Listen, I don't all black women out there that may be listening to the show, if you're saying, well, I'm not that kind of sister. I don't put shit like that out there. That's not my MO. Shout out to you. Right? Shout out to you. But there's a lot of people, and it's not just females, but there's a lot of people who really live vicariously through Facebook.
Yeah.
And they're fake righteous. They're fake evolved. They fake high vibrational. Shout out to the people who are real about the shit. Like, this is the lifestyle. But I know for a fact some of y'all be fronting, right? Like, you just faking for the book. So
just woke up 2 weeks ago.
Well, if that, I mean, you might not even woke up yet. Sometimes you just regurgitate. You share somebody's post
all the time. That's all. Oh man, that's a lot of regurgitation online.
Yeah,
most people do.
And they put it up like they said something deep, and it's like that. You didn't even say that shit. That's not even.
With status, motherfucking status, they'll just copy and paste the whole joint.
It's wow. Digital playground. It's a digital playground.
Exactly.
He said Tommy was a D-boy. We all know what he did.
Well, hold on. I ain't no D-boy, man.
You talking about Tommy O. Martin. Tommy
O. But y'all call me Tommy, damn it. She did. I know what
we know you ain't the real Tommy.
That lady right there. That lady right there. Her.
Which one? It's a couple ladies in the house.
That one. The one I'm pointing at on screen.
But it's like
the outlaw lady.
He's still a hater.
Sire said the sisters on snooze.
The one over there.
Said they on snooze.
The guy in that box.
What?
Okay,
so Erica jumping in the conversation.
So check this out. Now we got this. I'm talking about the male bashing thing, right? Now keep in mind, I'm the one who's put the questionable presentation of black men on the skewer for 2023. I call it the year of the simp, the year of the sucker. We had a big brouhaha about it, right? And maybe I wasn't putting the right frame on it, but I definitely think this has been a year that is a lot of negative impressions of black men. We look at this Puffy thing, right? This is crazy.
No.
This is crazy. But outside of Puffy, you have the NBA player, Josh Giddey, because I want to make sure that the white dudes get their just due too. He's online with a 15-year-old still hooping. John Morant suspended half a season for a video. Like, he had a gun, but I'd rather have a pistol in a strip club than a 15-year-old you having sex with. Okay. But with black men, it's all about making us look bad. And for all the people who gave me shit about talking about Papoose, shout out to Corey Holcomb. I watched Corey Holcomb. I told y'all I live in the Podverse. I was watching Corey Holcomb, and Corey Holcomb made this great point about, he showed a picture of Remy Ma and Papoose. They were at a function. This is recent. Remy Ma had on a see-through lace outfit, nipples, everything out. Papoose is there with her, standing there. And Corey Holcomb was like, if your woman, who's supposed to be your woman, dresses like this when you go out with her, she is not your woman.
She ain't your woman.
But okay, I digress to prove that point. But my point is, it's been a year where they've tried to assault our character. So I think the male bashing comes with it. I think it does. It's like a side effect of it, because you look at Will and you look at all these dudes who've been emasculated publicly.
Now hold on. I seen this thing the other day. Today,
shit.
I was talking about Jada Pinkett. I'm really on Will Smith's side, but then there was a dude talking about Jada Pinkett, and of course was talking about the stuff that Will be in, and Will must have caught her cheating and fucked her up and beat her up, and that's why her face was fucked up, and then that's why she had the surgery. And I'm like, you know what? She did pop up with them new cheeks.
Well, is that the same dude who said he was bent over a couch getting murdered? I don't know if we can believe that. Okay.
I don't know what's true or not. We be hearing these stories.
Did he say murdered, or he said I didn't hear him say murdered?
He said he was killing him. It was a murder scene.
We be listening to these stories and we be like, hell nah. And then somebody come out suing them for $30 million and they pay immediately, and then we be like, hold on now.
You talking about Puffy?
That's Puffy.
So I'm saying,
$100 million?
I don't know.
in 2 days, 100 million. Just
You know, so Will Smith, I don't think Jada will come out with nothing. I mean,
but she just said today she had the journalist, whoever she was interviewing with, she had her confused because she said, well, we ain't really separated. It's not like that. And it's like what you just already said. Y'all been separated since 2006. It's stupid. It's stupid, right? It's all dumb.
When
it's
he beat her
dumb.
up that time, he fucked up her memory. That's what it was when she had surgery.
Wow. And of course it doesn't look it just skeletons come out the closet, because I remember years ago watching Aaron Hall in his interview with Don Magic Juan. I remember seeing this interview. When I seen it years ago, I said that shit is gonna come back to bite him in his ass one day, right? So now Puffy's assistant Harvey Pierre has been charged with sexual harassment and assault, and he has too. Aaron Hall, like they're saying he messed with Gloria Velez when she was 16, but his interview was horrible. I could see how sisters would male bash him. Like his was, it was like, bro, what are you off the finest powder? Like, what in the fuck is wrong with you? Aaron Hall's was bad. I don't know if y'all seen Aaron Hall's.
Go look. I just shared the video today.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Hold on, what happened?
I'm gonna go watch it right now.
Dion, we got Dion. Do we got you on?
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
What's
good looking. I'm glad somebody came on my side.
All my outlaws out there. But you know what, though? I understand how men have fucked over women. You know what I'm saying? Like real life talk. Because I'm a man. And, we leave a lot of broken ass women out here. Like, you can look in a woman's eyes and tell her whatever she want to hear, and you're not living up to those standards. You know what I'm saying? And then so when the next gentleman come along and
Dion, did we lose you?
No, we got him.
We could be genuinely trying to fuck with her on a serious note. She not believing or giving this gentleman the opportunity because previous gentlemen lied to her, led her on, and fed her a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So now creates the savage. Where women feel like, well, shit, if a nigga could do it, I can do it. So I definitely I hate niggas fucked over females. I mean, I even did it. You know what I'm saying? I tell a broad what she want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get her toupee between her legs. So, you know what I'm saying? So I tell you whatever you want to hear. Then, you know what I'm saying? Once I earn that as a trophy, then I might, be who I really am. And then now you fucked up. You like, damn, well, you just like all the other niggas. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times us as black men, because I ain't never dated a white woman, a Mexican, Puerto Rican, and Asian, or none of that. I always been with black women. And so us as black men, we leave a lot of broken black women behind. And it's for the next man to have to come along and deal with them broken pieces. And then sometimes, niggas be like, man, I'm gone. I ain't with this shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no build-a-bear ass nigga. And then now she broken again, because she looking at you like, well, you just like the other niggas. You know what I'm saying? So that is just a repetitive cycle, though. You feel what I'm saying, okay?
I absolutely do. I think I kind of prefaced it by saying, I understand men and women. I think it's 50-50. I know some brothers, listen, it goes both ways, man, because there's a lot of dudes who've had their soul broken by a woman. And vice versa.
Yeah, but them simp ass niggas though. Them simp ass niggas though. I ain't gonna lie though.
That word.
I ain't gonna lie though. I used to victimize. I used to victimize women like a motherfucker. Like personally, I started studying a lot of things on what triggers a woman psychologically, and then so I meet them, introduce myself, get to know them, and my whole agenda was just to get that toupee down there. You feel what I'm saying? And being fucked her over her trust, her loyalty and all that. So a lot of times, like I said, that do leave a lot of broken black women out here. It's now it's for us to deal with. And they go on social media. And then, like you said, I got a lot of, because I see that shit all the time, especially the ones who like, I'm single, I'm happy, I'm single, I'm happy. You know, I ain't got to worry. I sleep like this tonight knowing a nigga ain't cheating on me. I don't even want to hear that old goofball ass shit. Nine times out of 10, I be unfriending them too. Because I don't want to hear that bullshit, though. You know what I'm saying? But besides that, though, you know, everything, man, okie dokie. Man, I hope you talk about, before we get off, before you let the phone go tonight, talk about T.I. whooping his son ass and old boy getting stabbed that fucked up George Floyd. When I'm going to hang up, I'm going to listen to you. I'm on the road now, though. When I get back to Grafton, I might call you back if it's something interesting, you know what I'm saying, I want to chime in on. But, you know, I'm glad that we all made it through Thanksgiving, man. You know what I'm saying? That's real life shit, you know, and hopefully, you know, we'll live to see another year and plenty more of them. You know what I'm saying? So peace to my Outlaw family and all the ones that's listening out there, too. And, you know, we going to keep it moving, man, you know, and I'm gone.
Peace and love, man. Peace and love. I want to do this. I want to get into all of that with T.I.'s son and all that, but I gotta say this: we still are doing this code drive, correct, Courtney? Because
code drive end of the 20th. Did nobody pay attention to my flyer?
Well, I mean, so but we didn't reach. Did we reach your goal? Did we get enough? Did we get enough to distribute or what? Because we got to have something. Kamar, you had something, right?
Yeah, I had a couple coats.
Okay. So do we got like 7 coats? Because let's just get him away.
No. Why you gotta put us on blast like this, kid?
I'm just saying because we've been promising it. We've been talking about it. Now it's like 9 other coat drives. So I'm like, hey, shit.
Right.
Did we
hey,
like?
Look, I wasn't even gonna mention nothing, man. No more.
It was definitely plenty code drives popping up. I'm like, God dang.
Yeah, we got buried. That's what I'm saying.
Look, hey, I looked up Earl Stokes was doing his coat drive at the Service Phoenix.
Right. You was all dancing in his video, interviewing with him. He buried us, Kamar.
Hey.
Kamar said, "Fuck that shit. I got to get
that opportunity still."
Right.
Coat drive. Kamar, that's some low vibrational shit.
Because House of Vitality in the building, man.
Fucking coat
House
drive.
of Vitality in the building.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
We'll work this out better for next year. We're gonna have some other things going on. I'm working on different partnerships. So
there we go.
We're gonna get this shit together. It's
all about, you know, that's what it is. It's just all about learning how to do shit, man. You know what I mean? And then learning how to do it on a bigger scale.
Right.
Yeah, man.
We are going into these different ventures, you know what I mean, as a first timer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We don't know what the hell we doing. We just out here doing.
Right.
Yeah, man. It would have been nice.
I posted the drive, I think maybe a week or two later, I was saying some of these stores had $20 coats, and I'm like, I know it's got to be a way we can get them to donate a whole bunch of these $20 coats everybody got. Shit.
So, you got the donation letter?
Well, that's another thing. I don't think we pushed it. Hard. You know, everybody busy, man.
That's part of my job, Courtney. I develop business plans and programs and letters and shit.
Do you pass out flyers? We don't need you to write no business plan.
I don't pass out flyers because y'all ain't gonna pay me enough.
Right. Well, you're right about that.
Sean. That's the thing.
Supposed to be for the people and shit.
That's why, Erica. Where Erica at? We need some volunteers, Erica.
I'm still on the line. I came to talk my shit. I'm listening.
Okay.
This is about talking shit. This is about helping people. We need some volunteers. What the hell you gonna do? You gonna help out or not? Or you just gonna keep talking shit?
I don't. What's going on between you and Erica?
We know.
Sean just think I'm cute. That's what that is.
Oh,
and he can't handle it either.
Oh shit.
That ain't what. Listen. Since this is Tell the Truth Monday, no.
Yeah.
I don't. Who named the shit Tell the Truth Monday? I thought it was called Outlaw Live from the Basement. He doing his own show in his head. This Sean Moon Tell the Truth Monday. What show are you on? What are you really listening to in your headphones, man? Come on now, Sean. He got Homer Blow on his headset. TR said, "Hey, Dion got the flip phone working." Marcel, he said, Brother Kevin and Kamar is the real. I've been following them for at least a year. Brother Kamar have at least one business. Kamar is not a businessman. He's a businessman. You don't understand. Kamara's a walking product placement. No, I'm just kidding. He gets it in. He gets to it. Sayer, you are exactly correct. Absolutely correct. He said it's not one person's responsibility to fix another person unless that's what you sign up for. If you get with somebody and they say, hey, this is me, right? Like, this is what I'm dealing with. And you say, you know what? I want to help you through this. I want to support you. Then it's not necessarily your responsibility, but you kind of signed up for it.
I think that's where the problem come right there.
Okay.
We can't fix nobody. You know what I'm saying? You can't fix nobody. Like, I like to tell people, like, I ain't no healer. You're the healer. You know what I mean? The person that's taking the herbs is the healer. The person that's doing is the healer. Okay. You know what I mean? So, like, in a relationship, I can't fix you. You know what I mean? You can't fix me. It's got to be a thing done by yourself.
But I support you on your efforts to change, like, or, you know, heal. I support that. You're right. I can't fix you, but I can say I want to stick with you through. I want to be there for you. I want to be a support for you on your journey. They're taking.
Yeah, I agree with the doctor on that.
Yeah,
I let people know, like, I'm not the healer. I can't fix it. I can't do this for you, because Dion, right? There's a lot of men out here who act that way, and not only do they want the toothpaste between your legs, but they also want the digits in your bank account too.
There you go.
So, and that's because somebody has dropped their responsibility of teaching these men emotional intelligence and financial stability. So then that way, when they see
what's good, it's pippin.
You said what?
Don't look, but there's that whole kind of broad stroke again. Somebody ain't teaching these men so and so.
They not.
Well,
they not. You gotta look at what Dion just said.
It would be better to say some men are learning those lessons.
Some men.
Okay.
Right. Instead of
some men haven't received that type of information and the nurturing that they need. Okay. Because if they did, they wouldn't be out here chasing every toupee they come across. And that's just prime example. And that's what I wanted to say about the topic. First off, the females that's on Facebook, man bashing men, they doing it because, one, they can capitalize off of it. So if I can make a buck off of a broken soul, that's been done for years after years after years. It's just more digitalized now. You get what I'm saying? So people are capitalizing off of the conversation of black and brown women and men being not good enough for each other, right? But not only that, like Dion said, if men weren't carrying themselves that way, then we wouldn't have nothing to talk about. We couldn't talk about the shit you're not doing.
Can I ask you, Erica? Can I ask you a quick question, though? I just want to ask you a question. And I think we all know that there are people out here who don't have your best interests at heart, right? I think we know that there's some people out here who will run a scam on you and fuck you over. We know that. So my question would be, why focus on that instead of focusing on finding something that works for you? Why focus on dealing with these kind of people? Because obviously you have a repetitive not you, but these people have a repetitive habit of just consistently fucking with the wrong. How can you fuck with the wrong dude 5, 6, 7 times in a row? Like, I think
right quick too?
Because
I just think they need to focus more on building themselves.
It's not necessarily how can you fuck with the wrong guy, because like even me myself, I've been through the healing stages, the separation stages, and all of that, and I'll still meet a person that had a mask up, and then, like I said, I'm a role model in this healing journey. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do the work. I'm gonna display the characteristics and that I have in me to be a better person. And when you start to display those characteristics, a person with the slightest interest in changing their heart will run from that shit, because it's making them reflect on themselves to become a better person, right? And it's way easier to go chase every toupee you see than it is for you to actually do that internal healing that you need. Like, and some of these men, first off, I blame it on the fact that for generations after generations, men have been told, don't cry. Why not? You're supposed to be able to recognize those emotions, process those emotions so you can move on. But instead, what they do is
miss me with the crying shit.
What they right, see, exactly. Miss me with the crying shit, and though. But God made you, and no, because God made you and wired you for you to have the ability to cry why wouldn't you use it? That's like you tilling to the grass and you got a hoe, but you ain't gonna use the hoe. You gonna use your fingernails.
Hold on.
It don't make sense.
If I got a hoe, she gonna get used.
That's what I'm saying. But God gave you ear justice and you ain't using.
Erica, listen. Once again, it starts out specific and it ends up very broad. Because you said men are taught not to cry. As a man, I wasn't taught not to cry. I was taught that there's a time and a place for everything. And in certain situations that may make me sad, I had to manage my emotions as a man. I can't come apart and cry every time there's an issue. There's some times when I have to say, okay, let me deal with this. And I can go cry in the dark. I wouldn't tell anybody don't cry. What I'm saying is little boys shouldn't just go to bawling and crying every time something goes wrong. It's like you a young man, you have to act like one. I don't think there's anything wrong with telling young men that. If a young man is crying because his grandmother died, I think you give him love. You support him. You say it's okay, youngster. But if he fell on the ground and skinned his knee and he won't stop crying, I got an issue with the shit. Like, little dude, stop fucking crying, man. What's wrong with you?
Right.
Like, and so I'm just saying for men, and as a man who was raised by a man who's raising a young man, I teach him about managing his emotions as opposed to hiding them or not dealing with them. Manage them. It's okay.
Hey,
but that's not what they teaching, Kev. You had great teachers. A lot of these people don't come up with great teachers.
Right, but
how do you know what they teaching though?
When we say everybody, I think we lump people in. Go ahead, Kamar.
Hey, I think we keep forgetting that we all fucked up.
Okay.
Men and women fucked up. It's a whole it's a whole circle. You know what I'm saying? Cause see dig this point of view. A lot of women nowadays, like a lot of modern women, like the type of women we seeing on Facebook that's dogging men. Mm-hmm. Okay, when they do meet a good man, they don't want the structure that good man requires. Ooh. Now it's you can't tell me what to do. You can't do this. Mm-hmm. No, I don't want to do that. I that. So naturally it won't work.
He becomes abusive.
You see what I'm saying? Oh, so it's issues on both sides. You know what I mean? We got issues with men and there's issues with women. It all starts within individually.
These new liberal ass women don't want no real men. They want some effeminate ass dude that they can relate to, that they can shit up.
You doing the same thing she just did though. You just hit it with a broad stroke.
No. And that's why I'm doing it, so that she know what it feel like.
But
goddamn right.
The term good men is a broad stroke.
You see how he's swimming out that shit?
Motherfucking right. If she can do it, why can't I? But seriously though, I said these new liberal ass women, right? Seriously, man, they don't want no fucking man. They want a girlfriend in a suit. You know what I mean? Fuck that shit. Some of them have one.
Right. Call them studs.
So, yeah, you know what I mean? Man, I ain't with that shit.
Tiarsha asked a question in chat. Let me catch the chat room. I like to try to keep on pace because, like I said, it's always Kev's fault, right? Tiarsha said, why is he bragging about being a not shit dude? I don't think he was. What I think Dion is saying is coming clean with the fact that, hey, I've been left of the line before, right? Like I'm not going to portray myself as this ivory angel. That's what I was saying. Be upfront with, when you meet somebody instead of, she said men wear the mask and they never know. You never know. You never find out. I guess my question would be, do you learn anything from past mistakes? Do you learn a little bit more and how to be a little bit more aware as you move along? Like, I fell for that shit in 2012. I ain't going for that shit in 2023. Like, do you recognize the signs?
Or what about recognizing the characteristic?
Right.
Okay.
Nope, they don't. Some of them don't.
Yes, they do. Stop going into relationships. General. Yes, women do. And that is how come we're comfortable with just having it by ourselves. That's how come women have moved into liberal mindset.
That's why they got vibrators.
Picked up on the red flags and the characteristics of a toxic, narcissistic guy. But unfortunately, y'all like to talk like all the good guys are not married or committed and taking care of their family. You get what I'm saying? So, like, it's not that many good guys to pick from who's single. There's more negative guys than anything. Well, and I necessarily calling people
we got 2 women on. So Courtney, you were. I don't want nobody to get talked over. Sorry, Eric. I don't mean to cut you off. Courtney, go ahead.
Yeah, because I keep getting cut off.
Right. I don't even know why you cut her off.
Because people talking over each other, so I be trying to make sure everybody's heard. So I thought you wanted to make a point,
Erica, so you don't lose your thought.
Okay, go ahead, Erica. She said I pass it you. I pass it back.
Fucking girl power.
Nah, I didn't never say that. Men is so to the point of toxicity. I'm just saying that a lot of them don't recognize their emotional pain that they need to deal with and heal in order to become a healthy, good man. Because they're not doing the work.
Okay. Again, that's that both sides of the coin shit. You got to remember this shit go on both sides. Like women ain't the only gender that's upset.
Oh, this
just
is
like
true.
men ain't the only gender that's upset. We both are.
Oh no, I agree.
It's shit being done on both sides. People are being hit from both. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Men hitting women and women hitting men.
Well, the Kevin Samuels the generation kind of showed that men were. And listen, I'm sure sisters could call in and say, "Look, it's men on social media who do the same shit," and I see them too. I do see them. I do see them. I do recognize them. I'm saying there's a lot of them I read and say, "Come on, bro." Like, come on, bro.
A lot of them be fucked up in different ways too.
Oh my goodness, yes, absolutely, yes, sir, yes, sir. Serena said she was going to bring us 2 coats, but she found some family members who needed them. And I think that's what everybody did who said they was going to donate. Like, I'm just going to get it to my cousin. Fuck they coat drive. Right? Well, we got 3 coats.
Hey, but you know what? Hey, that's all good though, as long as somebody got a coat who needed a coat.
People always post Dion all the time. People always.
That's all that matter. That's all that matters. It ain't over. That awareness was raised. You know what I mean? If that's what was going on. If somebody got a coat who needed a coat.
Yeah. Kev, I feel like this conversation is still just leading to a lot of division because even the comment coming up from Sayer, it was like, due to the fact that most of us are from a single woman household, you know what I'm saying? So they need to talk about, and they always talk about what men didn't learn, and they were the non-teachers. And it's like, hold on now. First on, the people that are complaining, whoever these women are, they are not the non-teachers. Y'all mamas and them are the non-teachers.
Hey, you don't know my mama, Courtney.
I'm just saying, going off of his comment.
What the hell?
I'm just going off of his comment and what he
okay.
You know, don't put it on us because that was whoever those men are. It was they mamas that didn't raise them and their fathers who chose not to be there. And then some of these men that act like this, they got they mama and daddies. I know a lot of niggas with their daddy that's some simps. You know what I'm saying? They act some ways and be on some bullshit.
There's that word.
Suckers
that's a good word right now.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of chicks that had their mamas and daddies, and there's some simps, toxic simp. What do we want to call that for the ladies? Are they simps also?
Simp
come together. We need to fix it, and we need to be a unit. Like I said, we just steady just pointing. Well, it was the women because they the one raising the boys. Well, it was the men because they wasn't around. Well, goddamn it was both of us, nigga. That's the whole point. It's both of us.
That's all I'm saying, man. It's a whole circle. It's a whole circle of trauma. You know what I mean?
Right.
And everybody reacting.
Yeah, and social media adds fire to it because we put a lot of time into it because a lot of us is fixated. And whether we admit it or not, we all looking at this shit. There's some people say, I don't even be on social media. And I always laugh because I'm like, you said that shit like you was deep. It just mean you don't know what the fuck is going on. The news is on social media now. So I know you think you're right. Milwaukee is a very righteous city. Tiasha said take them coats to the other organization this year and then next year start the spring. See, I don't know why it has to be a time period because it's going to get colder and colder. So it might be smart to just wait for everybody else to do theirs and then do another one.
No,
when ain't nobody else doing it.
You know what I'm saying?
Makes a good point though, because if you start in the spring, you'll get more collaborators and you'll be able to reach stores that have an overflow of coats, and instead of sending them back, they can donate them to y'all.
It's
a tax write-off regardless.
What's up, huh? Because that's what you do.
Huh?
This is what
I
you
can't
do.
Hear you, baby.
You said this is what you do, so why you don't help us out, Sean?
Why didn't you ask me, Courtney? Because your stinking ass didn't ask me.
We just found out it's your expertise, Sean. We just found out today.
That's your fault. You never asked me my expertise.
Well, you've been hearing us talk about this shit forever. Stop.
No, I have not.
Come on, man. That just go to show you be listening to V100 on your headset while we on the show.
I promise
we've been talking about this shit for like 2
about
months.
no coach, bro.
Hey, you listening to goddamn V100 during the show and shit. I'm listening to Charlemagne the God, right?
That was good.
Right. Ooh, I love me some envy. Serena said, "You can't fix anyone who don't want fixing. I would support you with your evolution." There you go. I'm just here to support.
Period.
Yep. Tiarsha said to Erica, "Why wasn't some of the ladies taught to recognize a guy who's only after one thing, or that he's a toxic fella? Because they will show their true colors right away."
Maybe because they didn't have nobody to teach them. How we know that they mama knew?
I think, and that's it right there. And that's it right there. I think people don't know what to look for no more.
Right.
Erica, she asked you the question.
People think a good man.
Yeah, I mean, we weren't taught that these men were toxic. We were taught that they were providers and that they were the head of the household. We were also taught that we were supposed to please these men and be submissive to these men. So therefore, that's what we're doing. But the first time we run across the wrong guy who is giving us a mask, and we're offering these things to him, and he goes ahead and does a whole 360 on us. Now what we're supposed to do, be a will for the rest of our lives and not try to seek new relationships. We're supposed to stay home and raise the children until we were salt and pepper. You get what I'm saying?
I just said, I feel like we don't know what to look for in people. I just said that, right? You know what I mean? So that means you need to learn how to find out which man has those qualities. How to take your time with a man. Don't jump in no motherfucking relationship till you find out that that's this type of nigga. Find out how he treat his mama. See how he treat his kids.
Okay.
See, wait for a while. See how he treats you.
Wait a while.
Ain't nothing wrong with making a nigga wait.
And sometimes that's one of them things we don't learn. A lot of people don't learn. I guess I really learned in my recent years. It's called vetting a person. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. So you ain't learned
a person for how to vet a person. And even still, you know, my mama, she always dated niggas with money. Niggas that's gonna buy her houses, fix houses and shit like that. But that doesn't prepare you to get into the real world and fuck around and have these different issues and fuck around and start dating somebody like your mama instead. Somebody that's been, you know what I'm saying, a trauma person in your life, or like your daddy, or like whoever, you know what I'm saying? So you're not prepared for all these different things that life hits you with. You know what I'm saying? Different emotions, different feelings, different things and ways motherfuckers be tricky and navigate. You don't even know motherfuckers be tricksters when you get out here until you get tricked.
Well, hold on. Well, now, Courtney, I think, especially after your first bad experience, and this ain't really specific to nobody's relationship.
But I'm saying you didn't know about tricksters.
You're supposed to learn from your mistakes. So after your first, like when you go through it with a person of the opposite sex, that should teach you the next time I won't make this mistake. This is what I'm looking out for.
It's all types of different tricky niggas out here. You might have had a broke cheater first.
I mean,
now you fucked around and move on to the narcissistic nigga that's controlling. You didn't have that the first time. Now you do. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I stress the point about taking your time.
Okay.
You got plenty of time.
I want to touch in on that point though. Right here,
listen. You plan on being with somebody for the rest of your life, right? What's the hurry?
And you keep on taking off your wig.
You asking me that question?
No, I'm not asking you. It's a rhetorical question though, like for women in general. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just giving game here. Like, you know what I mean? Take your time. You don't need to, this is what I tell my daughters. You don't have to be in no relationship. Take your time, get yourself together, figure out who you are, find out what you love to do.
Yes.
And then, you know what I mean?
Okay, so I got a question.
Say what?
I got a question because it's real easy. A lot, and I hear this a lot because I'm still, you know what I'm saying, looking for my forever husband, right? But my question is to the fellas. What is take your time? Is it 2 years? Is it 3 years? Is it 4 years, right? But also, my second thing is, what's the longest time besides your wife or before your wife, if you're married, that you waited to have sex in between serious relationships? Like, what's the longest time you've been celibate before your wife? Because it's real easy for men to tell women, take your time and wait till you find the perfect guy, and then you shouldn't be lonely. And when once you get lonely, and after a long period of time, you should get desperate. You shouldn't get horny during these times. You should have a mental clarity so strong that none of these things affect you until you meet the perfect guy.
Erica, you think men don't have those feelings? Don't have those emotions?
That's why.
This is a question for both of y'all, though. This is a question for both of y'all. I didn't hear nobody. I didn't hear nobody say sex. I didn't hear nobody talking about sex. He said wait. I didn't think he was talking about necessarily having sex. I thought he was saying before jumping into a serious relationship.
Yeah, before.
I don't think just because you had sex, we automatically we committed now. We done did it. We locked in. That's
the way God intended it.
Well, by the time you had sex, it should.
That's the way God intended it.
That's where the disconnect happened, because one person saying, "Hey, we just fucked, man." Now you talking about matching pajamas and shit,
right? Like, babe, what you want for dinner?
And then the other person saying, "Wait, we fucked. We became one under the Bible. We need to be picking wedding arrangements." So you got to kind of figure out where their brain is before you even do some shit, because you might fuck around and get stuck with somebody who believe that shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But how many men do you know that once I stick my dick in there, she really my wife spiritually? How many men practice that moral?
Erica, it's your listen, Erica, it's your body. You got to hold them to it.
Exactly.
Erica,
that's my point.
It's your body. You got to hold them to it. That's your power.
Listen, that's my point. I'm trying to make. No man believes that, but that's what we're taught as women. Hold your body until you meet your husband.
Yeah.
That's what we're taught as women. Why? Because if we have a high body count, then we a hoe, and don't nobody want us. They just gonna continue to look at us like a cum rag.
I think it ain't what you do, it's how you do it. And I honestly, listen, here's the reality of it. I'm just keeping it a buck. Like there's a separation between, okay, we had sex and we're in a relationship. And I think that if you do have someone that you consistently are having relations with over time, yeah, a bond is there. But sooner or later, you got to get some understanding and say, hey, I'm starting to get attached. Where you at with this? And if that person say, nah, I'm just falling through, then you got to let that person go. You got to walk away and say, I'm cool. I don't think you should, but I also don't think you should tell a man you got to wait 2 years for me. Because I mean, if that man wait them 2 years,
that's what men tell women.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It ain't. But I'm saying for me that wouldn't work. For me that wouldn't work. For me personally, it wouldn't work.
I think
it's a standard for the women.
I think men should be holding out until you know that's who you want to fuck with.
I think you should get it in when you feel
because look, that's why. Listen. That's why we got a whole bunch of motherfucking fatherless kids out here now.
Do we gotta have kids just because?
So men should be holding
in this conversation.
They ain't wrapping it up.
I'm just getting real. Hey, listen, man. A lot of motherfuckers ain't gonna like the realness that I'm gonna bring to it because it's just making us look at ourselves for real. Like I say, these issues we talking about, it go both ways. Men wind up with babies too with women that we don't want. Women wind up with babies with men they don't want. So I'm saying both genders really should just be holding the fuck out until you know this the family you want to build with. Like, what do you want out of a relationship? You know it's a relationship when you getting what you want out of it, when y'all building, when shit is creating. You know what I mean? First of all, but it's a bunch of motherfuckers out here having kids out of nothing just because they just met and knew each other for a week. Now they got a relationship. Don't even know what the fuck a relationship is supposed to do. It's supposed to take you somewhere, but y'all ain't going nowhere.
Joey says it's Grammy men just like it's Grammy women. You got to use your best judgment. Hell, you don't have to give up nothing. Watch who you dealing with. Let me catch this chat room because I'm severely behind. Yeah. Sair says, due to the fact most of us are from a single mother home, women need to understand when they talk about what men didn't learn, they were the non-teachers. So that's a conversation for them in the beauty shop. He says if some of these women police their kids like they do their man, we wouldn't have Kia boys and Kia girls. Ewok is chiming in. I'm sorry, I'm just getting to y'all chat room. The shit got hot in a minute. Ernest said men just like some points Kevin Samuels made. Women went to the bank for that Jackson dude. Okay. Marcel said, I'll never be against our people. But the reason why a lot of our people are having a lot of problems is because a lot of our people are trying to hold our own people are trying to hold us down. Sair says, Sean Moore, teach me how to do what you do in areas of topic. Okay. I don't know. It must be something. That's why I hate getting behind in the chat room. She said, my parents taught me how to spot good qualities and not shit qualities. So I taught my daughter and sons about toxic ladies. Courtney in the chat room making comments and on the show at the same damn time.
You see me?
Right. Playing the piano and singing. She said, but the point is you had people to teach you that knew themselves. That's a conversation they're having. My granny told me it was okay to get hit by men. Perspective is mom and the people teaching you. Wow.
Is a mug, Kev. Come on, read it right now.
I well, god damn it. I told you it was gonna be my fault sooner or later. Somebody was gonna have you. Damn, Kev, you fucking up, man. I think I got Dion on the line. Damn, I done forgot he ain't even complaining.
Hey, you forgot him. You forgot a true player. Hey, check it out. Check it out. Right. So now this is the whole thing about master manipulation of a woman. You understand what I'm saying? See, you could play many roles. Like, say for instance, a woman got kids. I don't even like kids, but I play that daddy role because I know I want to get that toothpaste between her legs. Booty fat. I'm like, fuck it. Let me go on and do what I'm gonna do. Act like I like these motherfucking kids. Woo out the damn blase Skippy. You know what I'm saying? And boom, damn. Then you could play the church role. You might have a woman that's real God-fearing. Man, so now I got to act like I'm in the God. You know, I'm reading the Bible. I'm going to church with it because at the end of the day, that slip she got on, boom, bam, okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's so many roles that's why I say when I said that I studied this shit because I don't fuck with nothing but women, hands down. I don't fuck with no niggas. Anytime I'm on this phone, talking to a female. I ain't doing nothing but getting game from them. Women got so much game. It's ridiculous. You understand what I'm saying? And then like somebody said something about everybody you fuck with. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Everybody you fuck with, you ain't gonna be in a relationship with. And like I hate a woman to be like, well, I'm dating for a purpose. So every nigga you see is a potential husband to you. Every nigga you see, oh wait, he wasn't a husband. That's just like my one friend. She be like, well, Dion, every woman ain't like that. And see, the whole thing is, like I was listening to y'all about, you know, this throwing everybody in the cesspool. If I met 1,000 women and all of them was shit, and I meet that one that's good, I'm gonna go off the 1,000 I met that one shit and figure she might not be shit too. I'm sorry, baby, but the other 1,000 women that I fucked with before you, they wasn't shit. You didn't get no benefit of the doubt. And on waiting to get that toupee, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. 90 days. I used to watch Girlfriend, so I call it the 3-month Joan rule. Because Joan wasn't giving that motherfucker up after 3 months. So 3 months we hanging out, we kicking it, you know. I mean, then shit. You might not want that motherfucker anyway, though. You know what I'm saying? Now, back in the days, you know, we old. Back in the days, you rub your finger in that motherfucker, put it up to your nose. So now you got to go on her bathroom. You know, like my thing is, well, I don't care. My thing is, listen, if a woman wear a panty liner, that's kind of attractive. Because what, kid? Why you keep on hitting this bell, bro?
You veered off. You were talking about smell tests and panty liners. I don't really want to entertain that tonight. I really look. I don't believe in censorship, but this is just not where we're going.
If you gonna wait the 90, listen. You looking at this woman, you like her. You waiting the 90 days. You want to know what's in 3 months worth waiting on. No, it might be a little ugly. You understand? I ain't veering off. See, that's the thing, though. You know what I'm saying? We gotta play our part. Like I analyze women. You know what I'm saying? Like say, now we gonna keep it real. I look at what you got going on with your life. Like I don't have a big family, so I'm not family orientated. So if you one of them females that every time I turn around, your cousin, your sister, or somebody, and I'm like, damn, every time, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you know, you got a lot, or one that's, I'm always irritated. You know how them females be like, how you doing? I'm irritated. Like, damn, you got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? So I started analyzing the women a little bit, especially after I seen my nigga Kevin Samuels. I started analyzing women a little bit more deeper. Like, I don't want you if you're irritated. I don't want you if you got too much going on. I don't give a fuck if your kids is grown. I don't want to fuck with you if you got 5 or 6 kids, because that means you're going to have 30 grandkids. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, when it comes down to fucking with these females, though, you know, I mean, I ain't the coldest that ever did it, but I ain't no slouch either with that shit, though. You feel what I'm saying? But it's all manipulation just to get the toupee. And then once the nigga done did all that to get the toupee, now you done left a lot of angry, bitter women out here. You know what I'm saying? And I don't, you know what the young lady said in the chat, I don't pride myself on that. You know what I'm saying? But this all I know, though. When I grew up as a man, it was like, you got to get notches under your belt. You know what I'm saying? You already know what I did, Kevin. I said that shit.
I don't know what you.
Now that
I don't know. I wasn't there.
You know what? You know I said. Yeah, you know I told you about.
People always try to put me in that shit. Kev, you seen it?
Okay, you ain't seen it. I told you how.
You have my wife asking me after the show. Oh, you know what Dion been doing? What you and Dion been doing? I don't need no problems.
You know how I'm gonna get it any way I can. Back in the days, if you was addicted to drugs, I got the drugs. You want the weed, I got a few dollars for you, whatever. And all that is just to get the toupee. Now I ain't proud of myself, but now I'm a little older. I'm kind of a little picky. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of a little picky. You know, I don't want everybody. I don't want to be on top of everybody though. You know what I'm saying? I just was in a 13-year relationship. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard out here dating though. I ain't dating though. I'm just trying to pick myself up by my bootstraps. You know what I'm saying? And move on. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely rough out here though. And like I said,
question.
What you gotta have here? What's up?
Dion,
Yes,
what?
ma'am.
So mass manipulation. There's a category where a lot of men consider a certain type of woman like the ultimate conquest. What type of women were your ultimate conquest? Like you knew you didn't want her, but you knew once you got her, it was like the gold nugget in your belt.
Them bougie ones that think just thought she was all that her shit didn't stink. You know what I'm saying? Those were a little bit more harder because you got to go through so much. Cause she's fine, so every nigga trying to get with her. So you got to be a little bit more patient with those though. But yeah, though, you know, the ones that like the ugly ones went too hard because it's like you could just say, hey, to her, and she like, oh, what's up? Let's do, you know, take her out to the movies. She see a nigga got things going on for her, so she ready to jump down. But the ones that you know they had their shit together, so they really ain't looking for you financially. They just basically want somebody to coincide to try to like damn near make them look a little bit better. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to tighten up on your game. Let me
sidebar this conversation.
Go ahead, kid.
Simply because, Sean, are you still with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, because Tiarsha, I'm just kind of switching up midstream. Tiarsha sent me a inbox that was talking about a felon being arrested and taken off the street. And I was wondering, is this the young man who, when you were referring to that family, I wanted, so what's the, I know earlier it wasn't segue time and you was trying to segue, so I had to stop you. But give us an update on this.
I said it earlier.
Okay.
He's off the streets. He's been arrested. They waiting on additional charges. It might be a few major charges. I don't know. So, but he is off the streets. That family is safe, and yeah, that's all that matters.
Okay,
so.
That's good. Yay, Sean! Look at you.
There you go. Give it up. Yeah. Shout out to Sean Mo. Shout out to the capo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let me catch my chat room, y'all. One step at a time. Sair says we got to stop thinking with our dicks and our clits. Marcel said, I don't have any children because I know how to practice safe sex and abstinence. At one time, I was abstinent for 2 years. Oh, you backed up. Grouchy all day long. Said, I love, Erica says she loves Dion's honesty. Dion is honest, if nothing else. Yeah. She said, talk your shit. Mama Jenkins in the chat room. How you doing, Mama Jenkins? Welcome, Mama Jenkins. She said, good evening, my outlaw family. Let's make it do what it do. I didn't make a turkey, but I did overeat. My in-law sent me homemade cakes and even tea cakes. Wow. Man, I haven't eaten a tea cake since I was a little kid. My mother used to make those. She said they sent them back with her husband. Tonight's topic is using common sense and good judgment of a person's character. The topic tonight is using common sense and good judgment of a person's character. Another point is it's a woman's choice when she gives her body to a man. In today's world, everybody's just fucking and making babies. I think that's what Kamar was. That's what Kamar was on. That's what Kamar was saying.
But we know
She said Dion is on point and talking real stuff. Look, Dion tells no lies. I mean, sometimes when somebody's oversharing, that's because they're telling you the truth. So okay, so I want to get to T.I.'s son, but I just wanted to, and we can continue this conversation.
I just want to acknowledge that Dion do be telling lies though, right? Everybody just keep Dion tells no lies. Dion do tell lies.
What Courtney saying? Because I can't hear her.
She said you are a liar, and she said you do lie.
We can move on. That's all I want to say.
Okay. Now you know ain't nobody moving on after that.
We moving on after that.
Well, no, we're gonna move on because I only have so much time.
Oh, I can't really hear what she's saying though. I ain't gonna feed off into it. Well, I hear you, Courtney.
No, you don't.
I wanted to talk about T.I.'s son just because once again it's this thing where we have. If I'm a parent, right, and I think everybody on here is a parent. Most of the people are parents, and I'm thinking about my son. And I'm saying what happens when your son is starting to exhibit behaviors that you just really don't understand, right? Like, because I know this is not something that he condones. And I'm speaking of T.I. And I don't know what his son has been through. I seen people say, well, y'all coming down on that baby and y'all saying he was wrong, but he's hurting and he's traumatized and I get all of that. But for me, the whole thing was the disrespect of his parents that bothered me. Because if your mama can't calm you down, you have issues, right? And I don't think T.I. was wrong for yoking him up. I don't. And I think
supposed to do that. That's what the father does.
Right. Especially once you push mama out the way.
Right.
You done fucked up. Right. I just when I seen this thing, and it's just cannon fodder because it's it's celebrity shit. But anytime I see a father and a son, because this could easily be any one of our children to go. You have a bunch of kids or you have kids and you don't know which way. You can put all you can into them. And all of a sudden, this son bitch hit a certain age, and he just, and you're like, "What the fuck is wrong with this dude?"
I remember when I had that TV show. He was mad as hell on that TV show. I was like, "What is wrong with this little nigga?" He
Hey, that little nigga ugly though. That's why he mad. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
That nigga bad.
That little nigga, that little weird ass looking nigga, shit. He ugly as a motherfucker. He look like one of them mermaids. Something that you be seeing that he fucked up. Man. So he angry about that shit now on the real. You know that little nigga ugly as a motherfucker. I need to tell him. Like, boy, you ugly. You know, shit. On the real. You ugly and you gonna be mad at the world because they gonna talk bad about you. So you better be a stepper. You better go get a cure for some disease or something. The only reason they want to probably give him some is because he's T.I. son. But that little nigga look weird though. I thought he was sick. Like one of them albino kids is blind and shit, and they can't be in the light. On the real, little dog fucked up, bro. I'm gonna say, there you go. On the real. Hey, on the real, little dog ugly, but man, I enjoyed y'all tonight. I don't think I'm gonna call back. I ain't gonna need. Oh, girl, talking stupid. I ain't gonna even address this. But I appreciate your feedback, Courtney, and I appreciate all you guys. I'm gonna let y'all go and have a good night. I'm gonna continue listening.
All right.
Damn, I'm talking stupid.
Well, Dion is Dion.
So,
right?
Kev, the thing is, T.I. other kids don't act like this, so that's how you know it's just something with dude. You know what I'm saying? But maybe it's something with the dynamic of that relationship. You know, them other boys, they have other moms and shit. So maybe it's something with that relationship. But then also he says he was raised by his granny. He wasn't really raised by them. A couple years ago, Tiny had a whole bunch of Milwaukee niggas in her crib because her brother was producing them before he died. So I knew a couple of niggas that was going down there. And back then they was telling me that the nigga King wasn't fucking with his daddy because his daddy used to put his hands on his mama. So that might also have something to do with the lack of respect. But it does seem like he's hurting. We don't know the backstory of that whole situation and their lifestyle. So.
Well, he said recently that he never really lived with them when they were doing the television show. He lived with the grandmother, and that was kind of what the conversation was centered around. He was saying, I never stayed in that mansion and all that with y'all because I wanted to be outside the gates, but they said, no, you wanted to go spend with your grandmother because she enabled you. The white grandmother allowed you to suck your pacifier until you were 12. Like, so
this is just what separate mansions. It ain't like they live in one crib.
And then not only that, man, but the issue that day was about him talking about he hood. Some motherfucker was telling him he ain't hood, and T.I. and his mama didn't take up for him, so he was mad. They like, nigga, you ain't hood.
I thought he was mad at T.I. making jokes about him having a silver spoon in his mouth. I thought that's what
T.I. was telling him. T.I. was telling him, nigga, you ain't hood. You got a silver spoon your whole motherfucking life. Nigga, you been in a mansion your whole motherfucking life. You ain't hood. You don't come from the streets. And then he was talking that shit about drop me off, or just you could drop me off anywhere. I handle my business. I handle business.
I stand on business.
Man, as you said, I stand on business. Man,
you're right, Ewok. He's 19, but see, okay, the issue with, and this is like today's children, Kamar, and to everybody really, where's the boundaries, right? Like, because this is our family, right? Like, even if you mad at me, right, have some respect for your mom. Like, the realest dude should respect his mama. Like,
when your mother tell you
that's what's really a sign of you being a real dude. That you like. I love my mama, man. Moms can come to me and say, "Baby, chill out," and I'm gonna say, "All right, you know what? We'll talk later." I don't know what happened between him and his father, but he has to know that the way he was behaving was dysfunctional, and it should be troubling. But I go back to some interviews a couple years ago when I seen T.I. talking about. He was saying, for whatever reason, my son has decided to engage in several behaviors that lead to the penitentiary. And I've talked to him. I've tried to provide whatever he needed in terms of support to steer him away from that. But he's one of those individuals that's just going to do what he's going to do. And I'm like, that sounds sad for a father to be saying. So I don't know what happened. I just know he should check himself and say, you know what? But then again, I don't know what he's mad about. So I don't know if it's something that, like you said, Courtney, did he, is he mad at T.I. for some of the things he's seen? Because he kept saying, I'll expose you. I know you. I'll expose you, which is out of order too, because why you want to do this to your father? I don't know.
Hate that nigga though. Like my people were saying he can't stand that nigga, that he hate him. So it's like, who knows? Shit, we can't even guesstimate because who knows?
Right. It's just sad. It's just sad. And it's 2023. The black man, boy. It's like, damn. Mama Jenkins said he got what he fucking deserves, an ass whooping. T.I. said he isn't traumatized from anything. Like T.I. told him, he never grew up in the hood, so stop talking like he grew up in the streets. I don't know if he really understands that no matter where he was, even if he was with his grandmama, he still got I'm pretty sure he still got whatever he wanted. I'm pretty sure he's well taken care of because his parents are standing there telling him, oh, you did have a silver spoon. What are you talking about? Like, what? Who you think paid grandmama rent? Like, I'm sure she didn't live in the hood.
Motherfuckers who's from said streets trying to get away from them streets. And this little dumb nigga talking about trying to claim them and shit. Like,
but it's that quest for manhood, Kamar. It's him trying to locate his masculinity. It's him saying, I want to be my own man.
I don't think that's what it is. I think that's just him trying to get clout. Trying to get some kind of clout, man. You know what I mean? His own name. That ain't got nothing to do with manhood.
Mama Jenkins said he better be happy he didn't have a mama like me. I would have choked his ass. Yeah, you wasn't. I wouldn't have recommended telling Sister Ida that. Like, move. Like, I'd stand on business. My mother would have been like, oh,
straight up.
If she disappeared, I knew to leave because she coming back with something.
Yes.
Like oh shit, I'm out of here. That would have never happened. But different generation. Once again, I don't know what's happened in their relationship. On the surface, for us, it appears as if, yes, he's just a rich kid who's rebelling for no reason. What I'm hoping is that he doesn't get too lost on this and something happens to him or he does something to somebody else. Like, because I hate to see young black men self-destruct. Well, she said I didn't see it. This is Erica. She said I didn't see it, but once he became a threat to other people, T.I. was supposed to step in. Yeah, well, he did what he was supposed to do as the father when he said you embarrassing yourself and you embarrassing the family. And so, he said, Marcel says when his son acted like that with them, it hurt my heart. His family gives him the best. We think he does. We think they do. We don't know if they give everybody some shit and leave him out. Because he had grandmama house. He didn't get in there. Then when he go to the house, everybody got new shit. Where mine? You wasn't here. I mean, he might feel some kind of way about it. I don't know. I doubt if that's the case, right? But you don't know. T.I. might be like, you ain't mine. Right? It might be one of them situations. Like,
But like they didn't have when my people was down there. Like Tiny had her own crib, her own mansion. They would be over there with her brother, and King would be over there. But it was her shit. It wasn't they shit. It was just her crib. So it's a whole different. We don't know what's going on. Motherfuckers got multiple mansions, different mansions, separate mansions, mansion together, making it look a certain way. Motherfuckers always
got more money than me.
Now we don't know these motherfuckers and what they got going on with the kind of people with money, and especially when you look at that nigga T.I. a little different. That nigga be, I bet he got some P. Diddy stories for sure. I know he do. He like.
Only difference would probably be it was him and his wife on it, not just him.
He'd be a little aggressive, like.
I don't want to pass judgment on any of them. I just thought that it looked very sad. I hate to see when the black family is, because a lot of us who ain't famous, right? Okay, so a lot of us who are not famous and rich have a child that we are struggling to deal with. I've come across so many parents in my line of work in which I sat down and talked to them and said, okay, where did this all start? And the parent will say, I have no idea what's wrong with this kid. I raised him in the greatest of neighborhoods. I gave him everything I possibly could. His grandmother spoiled him. His dad is in his life. I don't know what's wrong with this kid. He's just been out of control. And you have to say, well, damn, there's no abuse. The kid is just for whatever reason rebelling against everything and everybody. And parents a lot of times are left like clueless. Like, I don't know what's wrong. Like, because they'll say, look at all the rest of my kids. Nobody in my family has this problem, but you don't know where he dipped down in the gene pool at either, because you probably got a couple uncles or cousins or something who was,
was a motherfucker,
right? Well, left of the line, and so you don't know what part of the gene pool. And what do you say? Give him therapy. Do you think he's gonna go to therapy? Do you think that kid right now is gonna go and sit down and say, "I'm gonna do therapy"? I don't think he'd be open to it. Honestly, I don't think he would.
It depends on the therapist. That'd be the whole thing. Is finding the right therapist. What they might,
No, that little half mental boy ain't gonna take no therapy.
He might. Here y'all go. Always trying to.
I don't know. I'm trying to be as non-judgmental as possible because I don't have all of the facts. I just know what I saw, that little snippet. And over the years, there's been plenty incidents back and forth with that you've seen this young man just kind of wilding out, right?
I didn't watch this whole interview, but I feel like you've probably seen a little comedian dude, Funny Marco.
I did watch that when he was eating the apple with him. I did see that interview with him.
You watched that whole interview? I didn't watch the interview. Did you?
Yes.
So how did that look to you? How was he on there? I know he talked about himself being the ugliest person on earth. I'm like, damn.
Well, Funny Marco was basically telling him that this is what people say about him. And he said, if I'm the ugliest motherfucker on earth, what that make you? But it was just him kind of ribbing back. But it was, and I think an interview like that, he's too young to be able to process that, to find the humor in it. So I think that done him some damage too. Because let's be honest, what Dion said was what a lot of people say. Like, I watched Charleston White. Oh my gosh. And I don't know why I do it to myself. Charleston White is not human, man. Like, this dude, if you hear him talk about, like, because they had this thing back and forth last year where T.I. got involved with it. And so, oh my gosh, he went in. And I would, you can't say he just acted out because he ugly. Does that mean it'd be a lot of crazy? Well, I guess it is a lot of crazy around here.
People acting out because they ugly.
Well, I mean, I feel like some people, because of the self-esteem issues it brings, not because I'm uppity, like calling somebody ugly. I'm saying people, when you play off of their insecurities, it can be very troubling, traumatic even. If he's already insecure about his looks and he don't look like none of his sisters and brothers, he feels like, okay, I'm different. I don't look like everybody else. I'm the black sheep of the family. We all knew somebody like that. We all got if in the hood we grew up, you meet a family is five brothers. One of them dudes gonna be left of the line. At least one of them. And everybody gonna know it, like, yeah, that's just him, right? Like that's just him. I mean, that was my experience growing up in the hood. Anytime I met a family that had like 5, 6, 7 kids, and sometimes it would be more than one that was left of the line. It'd be like 2 or 3, and then it'd be like
what is left of the line? Does left of the line mean you ugly? Do it mean you slow? What does that mean?
No, it means you do the most. You do what you want to do. You don't believe in following no rules. You do you. Like, so you say, well, how did y'all had a great family? Why did he end up in prison? Shit, he just he was a habitual line stepper his whole life. That's just how he was. He wouldn't listen to nobody, and he always considered himself the rebel of the family. It's a lot of I have uncles, and my mother was 13, and my mother, she has 12 brothers and sisters, or she had 12 brothers and sisters when she was alive. And I got a couple uncles that's square as a bear, saved, church, preachers. And I got some uncles who got a half pint in their hand right now and wouldn't walk past a church. So you just never really know what you're going to get, man. We all pray. That's why I look at stuff like this, like, man, am I watching the right signs for my son to make sure he ain't veering off the beaten path? And because I want to be there. I want to be there to say, oh, bro, before you jump out the window, let me talk to you and try to reason with you at least. Or my daughter. I wanted to just be about my son, my daughter either. Tiasha said he stayed in that house. He just went over to his grandma's house here and there. I watched the Family Hustle and the Family Hustle and Friends. T.I. always told Tiny and her mom, stop letting him get away with everything. Okay. I didn't watch it as much.
But he said all that because that nigga wasn't there. It was like, from my people and them always being there, that nigga wasn't there. They would be at Tiny house. King would be at Tiny house. T.I. wasn't there. So maybe
they just didn't get to go to the main house.
Right.
Maybe they thought she only had one house.
Yeah, maybe he needed more time.
Hey, or maybe T.I. wasn't there because he was out working and shit.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that's true.
But still, look,
the bills was paid.
The mother kids ain't turned out like that. He got some other boys, and they
even when he went to jail, them bills was paid.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Was that boy even born then, or was he a baby at that time?
I'm just saying, you know what I mean, as far as him being standing up for his family and shit, you know.
Yeah.
Erica Hunt said it's all for ratings. Hold on, it's all for ratings and monetary gain. They're the topic of conversation till the next headline story. I hope. See, if you sacrifice, and shame on them if they sacrifice their children for fame, because that ain't headed nowhere. That's gonna be fuckery.
I doubt if they got to do that.
Right? Yeah. Well, you know,
they just put up that apartment building.
Like they just open a low income housing. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I doubt if they sacrificing their children for fame.
Right. They was just in the shit for some positive. They wouldn't want to do.
I don't think they got to do that.
Right.
He has a lot of businesses. I seen him and Killer Mike opening up this historically black-owned seafood market down there that used to serve the community that was gone. Like he's in. That don't make him a good parent though, right? No. And money don't make you a good parent. No. So just because you rich and you stay in a mansion, like, you know, for kids, a lot of times the time is what matters the most, and time don't really cost nothing. A trip to the park.
Talk about the good as well as the bad, right? If we talking about people and we weighing, you know what I mean, their credibility or we got to talk about the good and the bad.
Both sides.
Good to speak about.
Both sides. You're right, Kamar. Both sides. I guess that's why we spend a lot of time on topics on the show, because I try to consider every perspective. Because we could just go stand on our soapboxes on here and just go. And this is what we thinking. This is what. But I think it's important, like when one of us has a perspective, let's hear it out. When somebody calls in with a perspective, let's hear it out. I mean, that don't mean you got to agree, because you can still be like, that's some bullshit to me. Right. which a lot of times I see people check out on the show like, I'm not even trying to hear this shit. Kev on that bullshit again. I got V100 in my headset like Sean. She said, Erica Hunt said, my son is 5'11" and 260. He would never do me like that because I was there to teach him how to self-soothe. Okay.
What?
Yeah, I was a lot larger than my mother at one point, and I just couldn't even conceive of me, you know. No, I was taller than my mother. I was weight.
Can I say something though?
I wasn't gonna try her though, because like I said, I already knew it was consequences and repercussions. You just don't do that. It's bad for you.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, man.
So, you know, not to go back to this topic, but you taught your son how to self-soothe, right? What the fuck is that?
How to soothe yourself, Sean?
Not talking to you, Courtney. No, the reason I asked is because I have 6 sons.
Okay.
I've never heard the phrase when, you know, dealing with my sons or other people's children and sons, I need to teach you how to self-soothe.
I think it's the same thing as processing
and
emotions.
Masturbating?
Oh my God.
Processing emotions.
It's not.
Oh,
I mean, self-soothe.
Well, okay. So
processing emotions. Okay.
Different generation, different times, totally understood. But
I hope that's what they talking about.
My mama didn't teach me how to self-soothe. She taught me that if I crossed her, she was gonna fuck me up.
Basically,
that's what I knew. I didn't know how to do breathing techniques. I didn't know how to center myself. I knew you fuck around and get decapitated fucking with this lady. I seen her fuck other people up, so I knew. So I knew that it was no thing for me to be on the list. So
you ever see your daddy fuck somebody up?
My father was not that kind of dude. I have seen him. I have seen him whoop somebody's ass. Like I've seen him do that, but you had to push him really far to get that. My mother didn't take much. She was at your ass. Like before you know it, she have a knife out. Like what the fuck? What you want to do? Like so, yeah. So I don't. I told Rail his favorite teacher, Miss Neighbors at Phillips School. My mother chased her down the hallway with a survivor knife for running up on her in the elementary school, right? And I got to go to school here, so you just didn't fuck around. And anybody who knew her tell you, hey man, the nicest person in the world until you cross her. Like once again, I just, but you knew when you fuck up, head north because she just wasn't having it. So she didn't say, when you get upset, baby, you need to go and breathe. She just was like, motherfucker, when I tell you to chill out, you better shut the fuck up. Erica, what's going on? I see you call back because you and Sean have this thing going. What's popping?
Man, so when I first became a mother, one thing I didn't have was a support system. So I started seeking and asking questions to people who were like at the WIC office and the pediatric care when I started to take my infant baby to these places and learning how to be a mother. Self-soothe is a human life skill that you have to have in order to regulate your own emotions. And you should be teaching your baby how to eventually learn how to self-soothe. Because as a baby, they're going to need your bottle, your cuddles, and all of that to soothe them. So eventually, at one point in time in life, you have to be able to self-soothe yourself.
Self-soothe. I had never heard
and
that.
Thank you, Courtney. Thank you, Courtney.
Man,
for really understanding a lot of the things that I bring up here, because for some reason the cavemen will be like, "Oh, I ain't never heard of that before, so I ain't gonna try to learn it."
This is true.
Right.
This is a locker room sometimes. Kamar is civilized, but I don't even pretend to be. Rail is a hippie, so there's no rules. There's no rules there. And Sean is the capo of the streets.
I'm not civil whatsoever.
Right. No, I'm completely.
And the fact that Kev is, I mean, not Kev, because I got respect for Sean. I just be playing on the show, just for views and for likes, right? But Sean knows how to self-soothe. I don't know how he learned how to do it. I don't know what he calls it, but he knows how to self-soothe. Right, but why are children waiting until they have emotional breakdowns in public and land in jail before they learn how to self-soothe?
Sean learned in prison how to
Kevin's
self-soothe.
talking about well.
You see, Sean said that's masturbation. You see what he said? He said he learned it in jail. That's how he self-soothe.
But I'm putting kids to bed. Y'all have a good night. I'm still in the chat room.
All right, Erica. All right. Thank you for your input in the conversation. Man, live from the basement is absolutely live from the basement. Tiasha said Tiny got her own house when they was thinking about divorcing, but they called it off. King has always been a smart mouth kid. T.I. wanted to give him a lick, but Tiny and her mom said just do time out with him. That's that. People say that's white people shit.
It's like, but people be trying to tell you what they know from the TV show. I know people that was there. Yeah, they may have gotten that house separately when they was finna divorce, but they was living separately. My people was there. She was there alone. The nigga T.I. was not there. Nah, what they was doing on TV, being a family in one house, that shit was for sure. They was in two different cribs. No, and that boy was at the crib with her.
Hey, is that why their house was always clean?
Yeah,
they shit was immaculate. All them damn kids, man, no way in hell.
Well, they had a point where they were talking about their separation and they did have separate houses, but for whatever reason, at one point they made it look like they were on the same house, which is what it is. We know that Tiny was rich and famous before T.I., so it's logical that she did have a mansion, initially, because T.I. wasn't the star. She was the star with Escape.
Or even if he bought her one, I could definitely see him buying her one. Like, nah, here, goddamn it, show house.
I don't know. People say he's ugly. I say he looked like his mama. I don't know what that comment. I say he looked just like his mother. People say he's ugly, so I don't know. They kicked Mama Jenkins off. She said her comments was nasty. Damn, that's messed up. Listen, I want y'all to be careful because they're saying now that COVID-19 hospitalizations are up 50% this week. This is where we really need to get with Kamar and get some of that elderberry, damn, and build up our immune systems, man. Orange juice, citrus, all that kind of good stuff, vitamin C. We need to really invest in building up our immune systems before we go get jugged, because they're coming. And I don't know if this is part of the machine, because they're coming right now with new vaccinations. They have new variations of the shot. So I don't know if this is coincidental. Oh, it's up 50%. Go get this new shot that we.
But what is up 50%, Kev? How many people were in there? You know what I'm saying? If it was just 3 people in the hospital and
it's 6 this week.
I mean,
it's up 50%.
So what does I mean?
50% of what?
Right. Well, the article is in the People's News Network. I don't because I don't keep up with it. I'm sure you could find all of that. I just give you the carrot. You
trying to use words to scare niggas, and niggas is going around saying that COVID is up 50%.
No hospitalizations.
Oh, hospitalizations is up 50% for the COVID.
Right.
Yeah, that's just called cold and flu season. And then October is known as like National Asthma Month. October is a hard time for people with respiratory issues just because of the change of weather, and then there's like extra pollen in the air.
Okay.
And then there's mold. So October into November has always been a hard time for people with respiratory issues. But then it's also cold and flu season around that time, because we go from a holiday where people eating a lot of candy and sugar to a holiday where people eating a lot of pies and shit to a holiday where people drinking. So
killing the immune system.
Yeah, so from October to fucking February, these holidays have us assault our immune system while it's getting cold, while we're losing sunlight, and this is just your body reacting. But this is they use fear mongering for profit. Like, they're gonna have a new jab every year because now they trying to package it. They like, hey, I see all the commercials. They like, hey, when you get your flu shot, get your spike vax. Now that's what they call it, trying to make it all hip and shit. Now it's the spike vax. It ain't.
Oh, okay. Vax that thing up.
Yeah, now every
time
I watch YouTube and shit, they got John Legend and some motherfucking football players showing these punk ass band-aids on their arm.
Travis Kelce.
But at least now,
Mr. Taylor Swift.
At least now they do admit that in rare instances it does cause inflammation of the heart, which is what they was locking motherfuckers up in Facebook jail for 2 years when we were saying it causes myocarditis. So they at least admitting it now. They just say it's very, 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 very rare. But if you look up sudden deaths now, those motherfuckers up so high, and they still ain't saying what the cause is. They act like they don't know what the cause is.
So with all that, that's why I was saying before we run out and get jugged, but to be aware of, maybe there is, because they may have engineered the increase. That's why we can't necessarily dismiss that there may be an increase, right? They may have engineered that in trying to improve the sales, or trying to get the vaccination more out here. I just think you need to pay attention to it, because I think what happened last time is people didn't pay attention to what was going on. Something happened during that pandemic, and in the future, I'm sure we'll find out who profited the most from it, who benefited, but something happened. I
think we need to focus on building our immune system. We did learn that.
there's definitely some attention that needs to be
We
paid
did
on.
learn that.
Yeah,
And
right.
Real just said how our immune system is getting murdered this time of year. So yeah, we need to focus on that. How about cutting back on them sugars?
Right. Put the pie down.
Drink down.
Put that nigga pie down.
You know,
Yeah,
get
no,
you some
no more
minerals,
nigga
get
pie
you
for
some
you.
minerals in
Or
your
just
body.
follow it up with some sea moss and ginger tea and shit. You know, just
Okay.
you can have balance. Get some black seed oil in your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know when I stopped when I stopped taking the elderberry syrup, because I survived the pandemic, I didn't get it until the world opened back up. And then it was like, we good now. I don't need to take this elderberry. Next thing you know, I was like, oh shit, something
Yeah, it was
wrong.
something waiting for you to stop taking it. That's how
Something was wrong. Look, and I would tell people who say COVID wasn't real, it ain't nothing but the flu. Bullshit. It was something, because it just zapped me. And I was like, whoa, what just happened? So whatever they spread, whatever they invented, whatever they put out here, it's something to it. It's not whatever agenda they trying to push. And I've heard several from the tinfoil hat people about what the conspiracy is behind the whole COVID thing, right? Whatever it was is real, because you catch that shit, you'll know.
I felt it. It was all in my little children felt it. Mommy, my body hurts. I'm like, mine too, goddamn it. Ow. It was real.
Yeah, it's real shit. That's what I'm saying. Hey, I want to say too, sisters out there, y'all see that this relaxer is tied to the uterine cancer and the ovarian cancer and stuff like that, right? The relaxers that sisters been putting in their head for a very long time. And I remember at 7-8 years ago, my wife stopped using relaxer. And you know me, I'm a fan of the perm, right? Like I love to see a sister with a nice silky perm. Like it's like, oh, especially if it's down hanging, I loves it. Hey, don't shake your head at me, Rail. Damn it.
My bad, man. You know, I'm just thinking about locks and froze, man.
I ain't really, you know, I think all women have a way to make themselves beautiful. I'm just saying I've always appreciated fried, lied, laid to the side, right? And so when she stopped doing the relaxers, she stopped and she said, no, this is toxic. This was years ago. It's toxic. I'm not going to put this in my body, and just used heat and just said, I'll just press my hair. I'm not going to put no relaxer in it. So sisters, be careful. Like if you still like really, and it is the age of the locks and the afros, and a lot of black women are more natural with their hair. Rail. I think maybe perming might even be, because they put more wigs on. The glue is what they got to worry about for them doggone hair helmets.
And
As
shit like that dye, glue.
Yeah, with the shit, you got it all on your eyelashes. Girl walking around with brooms on their eyelids, and I'm just like, damn.
Yeah,
that shit is fabrication.
Yeah, I don't fuck with none of the artificial shit. Like I don't fuck with wigs and lashes, nothing artificial. But yeah, locks, froze, braids. I fucks with all that.
Yeah, I don't tell her what to do with her hair. However she wanted to wear it it's her. She tell me, you don't tell me what the fuck to do with it's my hair. So I don't, if she said I wanted locks, I'd be like, well, I guess we got locks, but that's just not where it's at. I just pretty much follow along. I'm just saying how ahead of the game she was years ago to recognize like this is chemicals that I should not be massaging into my scalp, right? Because they had linked it to breast cancer. It's like the powder that people that used to use, and you find out that it was Johnson & Johnson, right?
Yeah,
and they knew.
We got to get Rail some headphones. Rail, I got some headphones.
So they knew that it was.
You sounded like Roger Troutman on More Bounce to the Ounce.
No, I was just
repeat that for
I was just saying that they're saying that allegedly they knew that it was potentially contaminated with asbestos since 1950.
Ooh, shit. There we go. They know what they doing to us.
Right.
And we wonder why we having all these chemical imbalances in our babies, and even the shit we eat. Like Kamar made a point to me one night about how really toxic the shit you eat really is, and its effect on you that you don't pay attention to, like processed shit and just fake everything, even the coloring, the dyes and stuff like that. We don't think about this, and then we say, I wonder why pancreatic cancer is so high, or why are people getting what they call it when they got to go up in your thing to check for it? What that's called? Colon cancer and stuff like that. The organs in your body that actually process all this stuff becomes, it's carcinogens. And well, I think it got to do with a lot of the processing that they do into our food, man. And we drinking bottled water, but you don't know how long that water has been sitting in that plastic, and we find that that's toxic too.
You also got ingredients on the water, because some waters, water ain't supposed to have ingredients. Most of them do. You got to find the ones that say just spring water under ingredients, or it's gonna be like.
But this is why I feel like we should be living a detoxifying lifestyle. Every day we should be doing something that's detoxifying in our diet, man. Every day.
Damn, I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I mean,
but it's many different ways. You know what I mean? You got salads, you got herbs, you got teas. You know what I mean? There's many different ways to, detox your body. Fruit cleanses, water cleanses. You know what I'm saying? Fast. You know what I mean? And we really got to get in the habit of doing this.
And ultimately, the best thing for anybody to do who's concerned about their health is to produce their own food. Because, I mean, even with the produce that we get in the grocery store, it still is hit with pesticides and fertilizers. That there's a pesticide that they're saying, after exposure, it like change male frogs into female frogs or something like that. But that's shit that's like, even if you eating vegetables, trying to be good and shit, if it like, even when you think you getting organic shit, they got certain slick ass codes and shit to where your organic may not even be organic. So the only way you could really truly control it is for us to get back to growing our own, canning, preserving, all kind of shit like that.
And I try to teach people in these health and wellness classes I have how much our diet matters, because my mom right now, she legally blind, going through macular degeneration, and it's all due to her diet. She started off as a diabetic, now then it led to kidney failure. Now she on dialysis. She on the list to be a kidney to get a kidney, and it's all related to the shit she ate, all of it.
Man. I'm one of them people who believes, you got to die from something, right? And your time is written. But what I learned is sometimes you can speed the clock up by some of your habits that you have, how you live your life. I believe that your time is already predetermined. And once again, I'm not knocking healthy habits. I'm saying there's people who are in the best of shape who still have heart attacks. There's people who never smoked a cigarette who end up with lung cancer. Like, the healthiest man in the world who's juicing and everything gets hit by a bus. I'm not discounting anything anybody said. I'm just saying I'm one of them people who feels like balance is the key to everything in life. So if you like to eat, just don't eat too much. If you like, and know when you've overdone it. I can absolutely tell you over the holidays, eating rich dressing and macaroni and cheese and all that kind of stuff, and yeah, it was too much. I wouldn't want to keep eating like this week in, week out. That's why Thanksgiving, I guess, it had some kind of special thing to me, because I'm like, this is the only time we're gonna really be able to eat like this. Because my wife I can't even barely get fried chicken. She don't even I don't want to fry it, bake it.
Frying no chicken, man. We ain't frying nothing.
Shit, man. Like, come on, son. I was raised on that yard pimp. You talking about? You got to throw that in some grease with some hot sauce and some Wonder Bread. That's the original Popeye's chicken sandwich. Sean, you woke? Because I seen you was dozing. You was napping just a few minutes ago. I don't want to disturb your nap. You all right? I know old dudes need naps.
Sean, you asleep?
I was not napping. I just heard Courtney talk about frying some.
That just literally happened. That literally
yeah,
just
I know,
happened.
and everything else. I mean, it wasn't about me, and then she got to talking about the fried chicken, man. I mean,
well, you already said that. You already said that.
We can't enjoy anything.
Well,
you want me to fry my breadsticks? You want me to
in moderation, though, right, Kamar? Like,
I think the objective is just to, work to get better. Like you said, you know what I mean? people get healthy, they work out, they eat good, and they still can have a heart attack. But I just feel like, why not try to be the best? Ain't that what life is about? It's just all about working to be better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't knock. I think if you are the type of individual to sit up and eat 2 chickens or a whole cake or something like that, I think you have a bigger problem. I think that's more mental. Yeah, it's dietary, but I think mentally.
Hey, Kev, I ate a whole cake before. That shit was fire. Oh my
God.
In
one sitting?
Yeah, it was like a chocolate cake. It was like maybe just
greedy ass.
A pound cake. Courtney, you have never sat and ate a whole pound cake.
Like I said, it was a light cake. It was 1 layer, not a pound cake. That is totally different. A pound cake.
You ate a waffle.
Like cool whip topping on. I ate that whole thing. That shit was fire. I was a teenager though, so that's different.
You was probably high too.
I'm grown now. I remember that. That was incredible. It was a good cake. It was light. It was airy.
Speaking of being high, Sayer put this up earlier, and I meant to get to it. He said, right now that the Wisconsin, the governor, is giving out marijuana pardons, and there's a lot of pressure on these GOP leaders to advance the legislation of legalizing. I like to say decriminalizing marijuana. So I look forward to that. But if black people are getting pardoned, that's damn sure a good thing.
I gotta go get my marijuana pardon.
Well, it's all really time for marijuana to come off of that list anyways, because it has so many medicinal uses. But I think people only look at people who abuse, because there are some people who abuse marijuana, right? Like if it makes you motivational and you got to sit down and smoke 12 blunts in a row and and all that kind of shit, and I think you're abusing it, so you're overdoing it. Too much of anything is bad. But I definitely think for people who suffer from pain and loss of appetite and who can't sleep, it can definitely be beneficial for them. I don't like the fact, and plus this is all based on some racist kind of ideologies too. With my man Anslinger, do your research on Harry J. Anslinger. Come on, man. Like some of this shit is just stupid. You go watch Reefer Madness. It's like, really? This was popular opinion.
Well, he needed a job, but the thing is, just like today with politicians and shit like that, whenever they need bread or to push a cause, they play on society's fear and xenophobia and ignorance. Like society always get played for their motives. So, Anslinger was saying it made darkies uppity and think they were as good as white dudes, and it made Mexicans crazy. Like, that's why it's called marijuana. They didn't just, because if they called it cannabis was on the shelves already. And there was all kind of medicine made from cannabis. So they had to call it marijuana to give it a Mexican-sounding name to play on white people's xenophobia, to get some shit pushed through that was purely just to keep him employed, because prohibition had went out, so he couldn't fight alcohol no more, so they had to find something else to demonize.
And people are suckers too, because they came out and said Snoop said he was gonna quit smoking, and all you super deep, super advanced, super elevated, high vibrational Negroes, I'm quit too. If Snoop gonna quit, I'm gonna quit too, so I can live. We gotta focus on our health, family. Then you find out that he's just promoting the smokeless fire pit. Right. Some of y'all just followers. Stop being such followers, man. Stop it, man. Stop doing what everybody tell you. Jesse was talking about DeMar Hamlin. Is that just how you say it, from the Bills back in January? Well, there was a rash of athletes who just all of a sudden they're the fittest of all, and they had all taken these vaccinations and these boosters. I don't have the evidence to support whether or not that had something to do with it. Say that again, Courtney.
So what, they died? They dead? What happened to them?
He didn't die, but there are some athletes.
Some of them died.
Some of them did die. Yeah.
Let's hang down.
Yeah.
And then did they ever say if Bronny did they ever make any correlation? Like, did he get jabbed? I know they were saying he was having.
I'm sure he did, but I don't know if they, because if they made a correlation, they ain't gonna share it with us.
Oh yeah, no, they ain't gonna
share it with us. until some years from now and shit. We'll find out what T.I. really did to King in 5 years. We won't
We're gonna find out.
shit out later. Like, he kicked me in my ass one time at the refrigerator.
That's how shit go. That's the flavor now. It's like now shit, you getting crucified for some shit you did 30 years ago. Like even with that Aaron Hall shit, everybody knew Aaron Hall was like they used to say, like he used to beat the shit out of Gloria Velez.
Right.
And she, like, I didn't even know who she was until the Big Pimpin' video. They're like, that's Aaron Hall ex-wife. He used to beat the fuck out of her. Like, you know, or even like with the Diddy shit. It's like everybody knew Diddy was the devil. Like, how you gonna deal with the devil and then years later you're like, hey, he did some devilish shit to me? It's like it's Diddy. Like, who? How did they not see this shit coming?
Right.
Well, I think people are, for wealth and fame and money, people are really willing to compromise themselves. And because obviously these, like Cassie and all these other women that he's dealt with, they basically, they let him, if you beat me up, then just take me out and buy me a bunch of shit. Right? Like, so the money, man, and I ain't mad at somebody who say, man, you know what? I could be somewhere getting my ass kicked by a minimum wage brother, but so I don't know. Money though, man, people want that bread.
If the money made it cool back then, it should have stayed cool. Like if it's like, well, yeah, he knocked me upside the head, but he gave me a nice ass purse. But then now you ain't getting purses because he peeing on somebody else. And now it's like, he knocked me upside the head while.
And then he gave her $100 million. And then he gave her $100 million and she shut the fuck up. So it is the money.
Like, not pursuing any criminal charges. You must not be too upset about this shit. You just shit need day. And this is the ticket.
I be thinking we need to just make sure she don't pop up dead in the next year or two. I could definitely see a car accident or something happen and say, damn, Cassie didn't die.
You got $100 million. She better get some security. Shit. Listen, stop it. You better get you my car starter. Your job is to go start my car. Taste my soup.
The issue be though, when this old shit come out, it triggers motherfuckers who never talk to their villain in their life. So you see all these women like, Diddy is just it's like, dude, you being triggered because you never talk to your abuser. You never get retribution for your abuse. So now it's like all this shit to me be a ploy just to pull people in emotionally, and it knows how to trigger people who probably, it basically be like trauma bonding. They be trauma bonding to these sad ass stories.
Well, it's like 3 other people that have come out now. Like I said, his
sure.
Harvey Pierre's, and then through Aaron, Jamie Foxx then got called out. He said, "Shit." Now Jamie, and I'm laughing at Jamie Foxx because I want to. Nobody ever asked this question because Jamie Foxx is real talented, but does Jamie Foxx just not like black women? I don't think I've ever seen Jamie Foxx with a black woman outside of a movie. Like, does he not like black women? Like, what's going on? He likes Sasha and Malaya. Obama's daughters don't like black dudes. Like,
he said a long time ago he didn't dating black women.
Has he said that? I didn't know that.
People be on that. I got an uncle that really just fuck with all white women. He had one black chick, my Aunt Bev. Besides that, he just white women. I got an Aunt Becky right now. Becky.
Aunt Becky.
I got an uncle in Des Moines that, like, he talked to a lot of white women, but I thought that's just what you do in Des Moines. It seemed like it's so good.
That's what I was thinking. Like, Des Moines. Like, what you be television shit?
Ain't no black women in Des Moines.
Right.
I'm going to Iowa City to meet me somebody. No. Listen, I understand that. I know a lot of brothers who have a preference for, a lighter hue. I'm just saying, like, that's, to me, that's always not been cool, right? And we support people who have these, like, we as a community, because I was like, the Soul Train Wars were on. Did they come on TV or did they just happen?
The Soul Train Wars suck. I couldn't even watch that shit.
Was it on? I see, because I don't get. What did they show it, Kamar, or because I seen who won? I don't. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So like I look at these people and I say a lot of the people that we support, like black movies, black music, black artists, they don't even like black people, but they'll take our money. Like you want me to come see every movie, buy your album, but you with a white woman. Once again, we go down the path of saying if you with a white woman, you wrong. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying sometimes when I've never seen if you a black man and I've never seen you with a black woman, it's something there. Like it's fire. What Kamar, what you say? Where smoke is fire.
Maybe he traumatized because, like, I remember Jamie Foxx's name being mentioned in the whole Corinne Steffens thing. Because he called into the radio station to like snap on her and shit because she was saying all that shit back then. I think she mentioned like Big Tigger, Jamie Foxx. She mentioned a lot of motherfuckers in that book.
She did.
You know what I'm saying? And
that shit finna come back out. That shit finna get a reprint because all that shit she said. Now I'm telling you, man, they finna put that back out here. I was gonna say spin the block, but they said I can't say that. My daughter told me I can't say that to people. Dad, you can't be saying you're gonna spin the block on somebody.
She'll drop an anniversary edition.
I mean, yeah, it's for her pocket. I don't know if she sold the rights to it, but with all of this stuff that's coming out now, because like we've all said, we've heard years about these decadent parties that Puffy and all this freakery he was in, and did you see some of the accusations she made about him hiring male prostitutes and watching, and you know, like
taking her and Exhibit to the gay club and shit. She was talking about in the book. She was talking about she went to a Puffy party, and like the party was cracking. She said Puffy took her and Exhibit to a gay club. Said Exhibit was not with it. He hit it.
Okay. I never read the book, Kamar, because back in the days I was like, why you know, dry snitching?
I was locked up. Shit.
That's it.
I'm reading it.
Self-soothing, right? Self-soothing, right? Let me.
Well, no, not like that, but it's just like, you know what I mean? You read a lot of different shit when you be locked up. You know what I mean? Like, I was all types of books I was into. I had to read some bullshit every so often too, you know what I mean? Just to keep sane, man.
Free your mind, right? Yeah. Listen, are we done now with Deion? I noticed they finished 4-8. I see a lot of do you know his son? Because for a minute during the season, I was watching the punishment that his son was taking. Man. I'm like, how is this? They said he ended up with a fractured back.
Damn.
Right? Yeah, he said he had a fracture to his back. And people are saying, well, Deion, you know, even black people. See, I thought all black people would, you know, except for Jason Whitlock, I thought all black people would be like, you know, go Deion, do your thing. There's a lot of black people who didn't approve or don't approve of, you know, whatever. And so they're saying, you know, he's a failure. I look at it. He took a team that had won 2 games, 1 game a year for a very long time. They won 4. They were in most of the games they played. Obviously, his talent level was not where other teams were. I didn't see a lack of coaching. I thought that he related to his players very well. I feel like anytime, you know, when you stand for something, when you go through any kind of adversity, the naysayers just come falling out the closet. Just like, you know, the whole idea of what we liked about Deion in the first place was his role as a father to his sons and the father figure that he had become to those young brothers that was in the program. And I'm thinking Deion is going to retool because I see a lot of athletes decommitting. I don't think he's worried about that. This transfer, people don't understand how college football works now. The transfer portal is real. Deion's going to bring in some next level talent, and I think they're going to get better and better.
You know, it's like any other team, first year team. You know, you're going to win it all that first year. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get better. That's usually how it goes when a new coach come in. You know what I mean? Especially with a team that ain't winning. You know what I'm saying? That first year, it is rare that it's a complete turnaround. You know? So
and especially when you got
to get better next year.
Yeah, the culture there was bad. Like a lot of the players, I even seen this. Shout out to my homeboy, Coach Tank. He was saying he didn't like the way Deion kind of got rid of kids, and he said that a lot of those kids lost their scholarships and whatnot. I think a lot of those kids transferred and got scholarships elsewhere. I know for a fact they did. But the bottom line was I didn't think that if you're gonna come in and start over, you got to come in and start over. And so I felt like his message to those kids was like, look, this is about to be a changing of everything. So I would encourage you to leave, and I'm gonna give you opportunity. I didn't think that was bad.
Yep. I felt like he told him you're going to have to earn your spot. You know what I mean?
He said you ain't even gonna get no spot.
He was planning. He knew he was gonna have a lot of players coming in. You know what I mean? Players following him, and you're gonna have to earn your spot. I don't care how long you've been here. I don't care what year you in. You none of that shit matters. You know what I mean? We want a winning team. You ain't been winning, so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, man. I see you, B. Terry. You said keep being Kevin. Right. Love. How you doing, Byron? Erica Hunt said, peace out, Erica. You have a good night. Thanks for calling in. We're going to get out of here, man. We'll be back Wednesday. It's basketball season for me. So I'll be at my son's game tomorrow, Lord willing. Now we got 2 games a week for the rest of the season. Yeah, man. I was talking with somebody about just the pride of watching your child work at. I guess that's why the King, I don't want to go too long because we got to get out of here. But I guess that's why the King thing kind of affected me, because watching my son, especially with athletics, watching him really work hard, very hard, and be dedicated to it, and not allow himself to be distracted by other things, and to just really work hard, has been rewarding to see it pay off. Because, and I know that they think black fathers don't exist, but it's very rewarding to see your child. It's like my daughter's about to graduate from college. It's very rewarding to see the things that they really were focused on and that they said they wanted to do, they're able to do it. I feel sorry for fathers who don't get to see that. That's why I'm saying it's so sad to see a father go against his family. I mean, a kid go against his family, go against his father, and not, and not be able to really fulfill his potential because of his anger, because of whatever issues he has. So I'm just saying, it felt we were having a conversation about what's some of the best things that you've experienced in life. And I was saying, of course, there's the birth of your children and all that kind of stuff. And then if you've ever gotten a fat payday, it's a very good feeling. If you've ever just really had a check, I ain't talking about $2,000. I'm talking about if you ever had one over 25, 30, you say, God damn, what a great day. It's a great feeling. Don't get me wrong. But like, I felt like watching the development of my children and being a father and supporting them in what they've always been trying to do has been very rewarding as well. So that's why the King thing, because normally we don't even really talk about celebrity shit, right? Like that, right? I just thought just this public display, just him just being against his family, and it's really a cry for help to me. Like, we talk a lot of shit, make a lot of jokes. It's really a cry for help on that young man's part. Obviously, he don't know how to articulate what's going on with him. Because if he did, he'd pull his pops to the side, even if it might offend his pops. Like, you know what? My issue with you, pops, is yada, yada, yada. And that's a conversation they should have amongst themselves as a family. So it's unfortunate to see it play out like that. Derek Chauvin was stabbed in prison. I don't know the details. I guess he's still alive. Derek Chauvin, who put the knee on the neck of George Floyd. I know a lot of people are happy about that. They wanted me to talk about it. We can come back and talk about it Wednesday. It's cold as a polar bear. Yeah. He got shanked, right? He touched him. Yeah. So we'll probably get into that more on Wednesday. Anybody got anything big coming up this week, Courtney? I know you and Kamar stay in the community.
Well, I am working with the Wisconsin Black Chamber of Commerce. So this Friday, we are having our first Friday networking event at Turner Hall. That's from like 5 to 10 p.m. Networking events will come down to network. I think that's about it so far for this week. Yes.
Okay. Come on, I know you got something shaking. I know you got something. What's going on, man? I'm just
when the farmers market will be back Saturday. So you know what I mean? Everybody can catch me back at the winter farmers market. Other than that, I'm gonna be doing the store all week. Sherman Phoenix, House of Vitality, 3536 West Fond du Lac. Pull up.
There you go. Hey man, Christmas is on our heels. It's about to be that time. I know a lot of you Negroes don't celebrate it, that pagan holiday. But it's holiday season is in effect, man. It's going down. So get your pocketbooks ready, man. The whole point of our show is always to just, speak up for yourself. Stand up for yourself. Be accounted for, man. Fall in love with yourself. I used to teach life skills, and I used to tell kids to make it a habit every morning to get up and look in the mirror and look themselves dead in the eye and tell that person you love them. No matter what I love you. You are what they say, you are worthy. I used to tell these kids to do it. And lo and behold, by the end of the year, they were 8th grade, Burroughs Middle School. I never forget. By the end of the year, a lot of those kids were saying, Mr. Barnes, I do that every day. And it seems like my days go better now. I feel more motivated to do better now because I just be saying it. I started off playing, but now it's for real. Like I said, you starting to believe your own shit, huh? Right? You starting to believe it, right? So they're like, yeah, Mr. Barnes, that's a good thing. Maybe we need to start telling some adults that, right?
Yeah.
Single, in a relationship, lonely, broke, fat, skinny, vegan, meat eating, high vibrational, low vibrational. We need to start telling people, man, just look in the mirror and tell yourself you love yourself, man. And stop criticizing people and looking for ways to bring them down, especially black people bringing other black people down. That's some bullshit. And you know, those are the type of people whose criticism of the community outweighs their contribution, so that ultimately makes them coons. And they need to listen Wednesday so they can uncoonify themselves.
I like to eat coon though. It's delicious when it's barbecued.
Right.
Yes.
Peace and love, man. I'll see y'all Wednesday night, man.